And what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rideshare Garage. I know y'all were expecting a 30-second intro, but not tonight. We clipped it down.
Short and sweet.
Our executive producer came in and said, enough of that long stuff. Let's get into something good. So we want to welcome everybody into the Rideshare Garage. Starting from my top, we got Steven from LA, the Unbroken Driver. Below him on my screen, I got Eddie, the Puerto Rican, Austin, Texas, Tornado. We got the Tornado down there driving in style. Next to him, we got Mr. Jeff Talks himself, not TED Talks, Jeff Talks. We got Jeff from Uber Jeep AZ in the house tonight. Next to him, we got a cameo. Now, this is a cameo because this guy don't normally show up unless somebody else is already here. You know what I'm saying? But he got in early tonight. Ron from the Rideshare Culture. What's going on, brother? And then above him, the ultimate debate adversary you'll ever have in your life, Mr. Omar Drive by O. All right. What's going on, everybody? So I still don't think my sound bites are working right. We can try it real quick. Anybody hearing that?
Oh yeah, we hear the applause.
It's real good. Hey, is my mic echoing? Do you hear my mic echoing? Anybody?
Nope. Your mic is good.
Sounds like you're in the bathroom.
Ron's echoing though. Ron
sounds like he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that why you joined us tonight, Ron?
No, I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the
vent
office.
it, bro.
You gotta
vent it. Yeah, well, that's what we usually call that, the office.
You know what?
It's a chat. It's good. Look at
Fritz, if I go to Florida, I'm just gonna clean house down, man.
I gotta put Eddie. I gotta put Eddie in timeout a little bit. He just sounded like he was in a convention center.
I'm being told to turn.
I got you. I got you, Ron. I got
the gain on your
buddy.
microphones.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Sound check, Ron. Sound check.
Okay. How do I sound? Am I sounding okay?
Is that better across the board?
It's
a little
better?
bit more, a little bit less?
It's decent. It'll work.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. What about Eddie?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Is that better? Can everybody hear Eddie fine?
Eddie sounds like he's in the distance, but we can kind of hear him.
Okay, hold on. No, I can turn it back up.
Yeah, I'm 5'6". I'm not that small.
You're 5 what?
He's a 5'6".
Okay, I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6".
He said it with a lot of bass in his voice too.
That's why I eat a lot of weenies.
No, he didn't say no damn. If you heard bass in that voice, okay, Luther.
He's like
Dre Beats over there. I know it for real.
All right, so hey, how's everybody's weeks going? Hope everybody out there that's joining us tonight. We got a little bit of a show tonight. Normally we have topics, and then we just do what we do. We go off the rails. And yep, we got that kind of show tonight. We are definitely gonna at some point this show's gonna go off the rails. I promise you. So how many people have seen the new Uber product initiative showcase that came out today? The Go Get 2023. Have you guys, Ron, you said you've seen it?
I just made a video about one of the products.
You just made a video about one of the products?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, then you know what? Take your ass home. We don't need you here, bro. What the hell are you talking about, dude?
Melvin.
Brother, thank you.
Oh, Melvin's coming through. Let's get him up there.
Already.
Melvin, thank you very much.
Hey, Shane's on his way up.
Yeah, do me a favor, Steven, if you can handle the comments and make sure everybody gets through there for us tonight, because I want to get through this. So if you didn't see, you can go on YouTube and you can see the Uber Go Get. It's a 22-minute video, but the first 8 minutes is nothing. It's just a blank screen. It's like, it's a $1 trillion company, whatever they are, whatever they're valued at, and they can't even get a YouTube video right. It just blows me away. The first thing they have that I noticed is called a group ride. Now, we know what shared rides are, right? We know what Uber Pool is, right? Well, now you can, so say all of us are going to go to a game together, the basketball game, right? But we're all going to take one vehicle. So say Ron's going to be the first guy. He's going to all of our names are on the ride, first of all, because we're a group, right? So the driver's going to pick up Ron first, then go to Omar, then go to Jeff, then go to Steven, then go to me, and then drop us off. That's called a group ride. But now in reality, when the driver gets the ride, it's going to come pick up Ron with 4 additional stops, with multi-stops. Did I get that right, Ron? Did I hear that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if it's a group ride, which to me is another name for Uber Pool, how is that going to work out for us? And will the group rides be on all the platforms? Like, because if all of us are going to a game, we're taking Uber Premier SUV, right?
It's going to be on ride type Uber X and Uber XL only.
Really?
Vinny.
Yes.
Up to
No,
4.
Okay,
So
just real quick.
yourself and 3 other people.
Okay, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what you guys are talking about here because I thought I heard about this, but I didn't. At market close today, to your point, Vinny, about they can't get a YouTube video, right? Uber was valued at $76.5 billion with a B.
Oh wow! So that's a lot of money, and they can't get a video right. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. So what I'm saying is, Omar, imagine. Okay, so you're saying, Ron, up to 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Omar, Eddie, Ron, and Jeff are going to a game, going to a concert, going to the bar. When you order the ride, you're going to order with a group, and all 4 of your names are going to be in this ride. So now when the driver gets the request, it's going to show pick up Omar plus multiple stops. So it's going to stop to pick up Eddie, stop to pick up Ron, stop to pick up Jeff. And now for the riders, I mean, that's good because they're all going to be in the same car, right? Picking up from different destinations. But as a rider, right? As a rider, Omar's going to pay his share. Then when Eddie gets in the car, Eddie's going to pay his share. Ron will pay his share. Jeff will pay his share.
Either
So
or.
they're getting some kind of discount.
Like, right. But isn't that Uber Pool? The only difference is you're matched up with 2 or 3 of your buddies. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Ron, what's your impression since you've gone into it already?
Can y'all guys see me, or I don't know what's going on
No,
here?
you're froze up.
I'm frozen.
But we can hear you.
Okay.
With your eyes closed.
With my eyes closed. Okay, I'm trying to get my camera back up, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Vinny
My-
caught the
my-
screenshot. It's all good.
My first thought
Well,
is the first passenger that orders this and misses their flight.
Well,
And-
no,
and-
this is
all of
this
them
is-
going to the same destination.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And they
Yeah,
want
but
to
I
try
wanna-
You basically go and bring the group together by picking them up from, let's say that they're all at their own house, and you're picking up these
Right.
passengers in order to take
Right.
them to an event or something like
Right.
that. Okay.
Right. Correct.
Wait, so it's not possible that you pick up someone randomly. Like you would
No.
have to like what Vinny's proposing. All 4 of us would have to schedule this together. Like, how do you order?
Yes, exactly. It's a group ride. So basically, you're ordering a vehicle to come pick all of you up at wherever you're located. So if you got 1 or 2 people at one location, then they're going to go pick up the next person and then the next person. And Uber will automatically bill each person in the group whatever their portion of the ride cost.
Is it possible that you could pick up to 4 people from the same location?
Yeah. But is that a group ride? That wouldn't be a group ride. That would just be a ride.
I would like to know if each pickup counts as a trip. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I know where you're going with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming even if it does, they're probably going to throw it out there. But even if it does, it's not going to make any sense anyway because they just changed the
Right.
request.
Oh, we got to get into that too.
Somebody in the
comment.
comment section said this will be fun in my Civic.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
So yeah, Bucky, yes, the riders can. I had it on there.
My bad.
No, you're good. Bucky, yes, you can. The riders will split the fee based on the distance that they travel. That is correct.
But the question to whether or not this would be useful to a driver is whether or not each of these pickups will count as individual rides, like in share.
Right, but to Eddie's point, to your point, all the quests now have
Correct.
The quests have changed.
So they've technically with the change, and we can go into more detail about what the change is and everything. What's good, Driven Dad? With this change, it's more focused on how much you're making or earning off of rides, but they've decreased the value of the rides, so they've made it almost extremely more difficult in order to reach these now cash limits. And then, but I will say they finally, in a sense, solved the issue for people that do long distance rides, where those rides now matter more than they did before. Because why take a long ride? Why take long trips if it's not going to count toward your
of course
your quest?
See, but how often did they fix one problem, but they just basically created? I mean, they fixed one problem, but they created another one.
What was the other problem they created? I don't think they created another problem.
No,
I think the numbers are too high.
Now the quests have changed.
Yeah, the numbers are too high. Yeah,
the numbers are too high for how much they're paying. That's what the problem is.
Okay, well, that's a problem.
Let's say if you're on a lower platform.
Yeah, for drivers. Yeah,
Jeff,
because we're talking about Quest. Quest only matters to drivers, right?
Right. Yeah. This is true. Jeff, I did the numbers on my quest, my cash quest this week and for this weekend. I took the bottom tier. I'm a little upset, and I think we need to. Driven Dad. I'll answer that in a minute. Y'all ain't gonna like it. When I worked it out, it was 7%. I couldn't even get a New York raise, bro.
Damn.
I couldn't even get not even a night. If I did $500, they were going to give me $35. That's 7% bonus. I couldn't even get 9%, Jeff.
Man.
What the hell, Jeff?
You don't belong in class. 9%, man. You gotta
I've been waiting all week for that, Jeff. I'm just letting you know, I've been waiting all week to tell you I can't even get 9%.
Forget that, man. I ain't messing with them rides. Nope. I don't do those quests. Especially now that they got them in dollars instead of rides. It really ain't worth it now.
Now I'm not staying out. I'm just now it's gonna be cherry picking.
Right. That's what I make on the rides that's actually worth taking.
Yep.
But it's also like you guys just said, they killed one problem, right? They solved one problem and create a couple more, right? They created a couple more problems.
Well, hold on. Let me wait. I'm trying to understand what the problem is with this fake Uber pool.
No. We kind of jumped to another subject.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. But wait, they're tied in. So go ahead, explain it to Ron why they're tied in.
See, I'm gonna explain what I just read about Uber Group. What Uber Group is, it's like Uber Pool, but only with people because you create the group.
Right.
That's all it is. It's like I know the people, and it's like you're just adding multiple stops. That's all you're doing. You can pick me up at my house. Vinny's in my group, so I make sure I add Vinny. Then so we go to Vinny. Then we go 10 more miles, pick up somebody. Then we go 2 more miles, pick up somebody. But they have to be in the group. And each rider supposedly saves up to 30% versus their own individual ride.
So who do I give the one star to?
Wait. And then we're losing money on all the wait time in between. Because they're going to give them all.
Who gets the 1 star? Who gets the 1 star?
In the comments, put a 1 if you agree on this. It's like,
can I give every passenger 1 star?
3 to 5 minutes for every passenger in between.
Omar's got to get a point though. If you create a group, then passenger ratings no longer matter because you can pick up a 3-star.
Well,
it would be from the
wait. because I'm sorry to cut you off, but on Lyft, at least Lyft has this. Lyft, when you have multiple pickups, like when you're doing shared, when we do the shared to get all of our rides, Lyft has it where each individual person you can rate after you completed the 3 rides.
But when they create that group, can you say, I don't want to pick up that person in the group because I'm creating a group before I even
okay. That's yeah.
I think Omar said you can end up picking up a 2-star rider because I created the group. So I put 2 5-stars in the 2-star that can't get a ride by itself.
I think.
Are you guys talking about the rider rating itself?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so no, it will only be the person who actually started the group. Well, that would be the
That's
rating.
exactly
Right.
Which is
So you get
2
what
stars
you can get.
in your car.
Exactly. Are they going to average the ratings together?
I don't think so. I think
And are they going to
no.
take responsibility for bringing somebody into your car that has already been banned from the system, but is now inside of a group with somebody else that's
and that creates a safety, and that could create a potential safety issue as well.
Exactly.
But I have met a lot of riders that they treasure their star rating because
a lot of people make new accounts every day. It's not
but
also, if you have a group of individuals, is it more likely you're putting a driver at risk for people that know each other in comparison to having 3 people that don't know each other getting in your car because you're doing shared?
Well, they're doubling down on Uber X Share. They're bringing that back
because you don't have to identify the other riders, right? The only person that you're identifying is the first one that created an email in order to get on the platform. So now I can see it now. I could see it now, 100%.
I'm waiting.
We got 3 drunks. We got 3 drunks and a designated driver.
Yeah.
Somebody
you know how many people you picking up at every stop.
You know what I'm waiting for? The Twitter or the Discord post of, I got to the last passenger and they said, "Oh, hang on, he'll be right outside." 100%. Yeah, we were texting him. Come on, man, we're waiting for you. I'm waiting for that. That's the one that
3 to 5 minutes. I'm telling you.
You got the first 3, but the last one is the one that's
They cause conflict between the driver and the rider. Ready for the ride.
And then you can't cancel because you got 3 people in your car.
Yep.
And you can cancel. You have no idea what somebody else created.
I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about it from a rider's point of view. I was like, wow, this would be a good thing if I was having a big giant party and everybody was meeting up in one place. I can have actually no, I can't. No, I can. I was just thinking that I can have order the car and pick up a whole bunch of people at one stop, and then bring them to my place and then send them back and be like, okay, now you got to pick those up and then bring them back here, like that. But
that's what.
No.
Yeah, correct. You can't do it because it's got to be one final destination.
Because to me, it sounds like they're reserving a driver with this Uber group thing. They're reserving a driver. It's almost like having a private driver. Said, hey, I'm gonna come pick you up. It's having your own private driver.
Jeff, they had the Uber coach. What is that? The Uber van or something like that, where you can order a bus through the Uber app.
Yeah, they were trying to do the party bus thing for a while.
I think that party bus inspiration. I think this is what inspired them to do this.
A little bit. Kuzz brought some new information. So
what's that?
It sounds like they have to invite them through the app. If I'm not mistaken, from what I'm reading.
Yeah, that's what we said.
So that means it would still be connected to the other people's accounts that are getting in the car.
Yeah, but how do you know how many people you pick up at each stop?
Yeah, but the driver himself, if I'll say, come pick me up because I'm 5-star, but I can invite a 2-star rider. You don't even know that that's a 2-star rider. You have no idea.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
It's like you're inviting people to pick up, but you're inviting people who probably couldn't get a ride on their own for whatever reason. Can you decline the pickup?
Look at this one.
I'm not going way over there, man. I'm not.
That comment right there.
Bucky
says, can't wait for the second pickup to be 30 minutes away, then 20 minutes, then 15, then 30 to the destination, like a 2-hour ride. And guess what? I'll only pay you $30 for it too.
40.
No, 40 is too high, Bucky.
It might not even be $40. That's too high, Bucky. That's too high. You gotta go lower.
That's too high.
By the way,
they're gonna take 9% off of that.
Listen, are they gonna give us upfront pricing on this?
all I'm gonna say is more power to the first person that takes one of these rides. We're just gonna sit back and watch
Yeah,
what their thing is.
I'm gonna,
The nightmare.
Thank
I'm gonna
you for your
decline.
sacrifice.
Decline.
It won't be me. It will not be me.
I'm telling
Yep.
you, in the first week, we're gonna have some kind of situation where somebody said the wrong thing. They're arguing in the back. The driver gets involved, and then all of a sudden, something happens to the driver.
The risk is higher on this. The risk is very high on this.
Very
Hey,
good.
SoFlo asked a question. Y'all see it about, are we getting paid each stop or one shot? SoFlo is one shot from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
SoFlo, whoever, yeah,
The driver will be
SoFlo.
paid.
So-
The driver will wind up being paid for the overall distance because it's upfront pricing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what?
Multiple
Actually, Ron, you saying that by saying it's one straight price, and I don't even know if there's any way for this thing to be adjusted. Consider me out.
No, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And on top of it,
Do they
there's
get
no
charged for
benefit
wait time
because
too?
now there's no. So this is what we jumped into, Ron. We were talking about how the new, I don't know if you've seen this, but with the new quests that they have, it's by dollar amount. It's not by how many rides. So it makes, there's no reason to take multiple rides. You're better off cherry picking to get the right pay rather than wasting your time having more passengers in your car.
More liability.
It's like, yeah, it's more liability and more risk on your vehicle and more risk on you. Why do it?
Yep.
This is going to be for the influx of the, sorry to say, ignorant driver who's new, who doesn't know,
I'm
who
telling
don't
you.
have the experience, and they're going to love this because they just don't know. And I think a lot of people need to watch this channel, Jeff. They got to watch all these channels, Vinny's channel, and to understand, like, hey, be careful learn what your risks are. I think that's a big thing people need to look out for. I think this thing that Uber put together, I know, of course, is very beneficial for the rider, but man, you're shooting the drivers in the foot, Uber.
Right. Beneficial for Uber.
And then just I'll end this one with, just keep this in mind. Once you pick up at the concert and you got all these people, now you got multiple stops dropping back off. So it's not just going to an event, it's also leaving an event. Which in that case,
That's not even counting traffic.
Yeah, but if there's some kind of bonus or surge attached, we know bonus doesn't multiply,
It once.
right?
You only get it
Bonus is a one hitter quitter.
Yep.
But what about surge? Because surge hasn't been multiplying at all. So now where's the incentive after? So just something to think about. All right, I want to get into the next one.
Do you get to keep your surge? I wonder if you get to keep your surge.
It doesn't matter. You're upfront pricing.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. You're upfront pricing. They've clipped your huevos on that.
So let me ask you this, Vinny. Did they get rid of where if you drive through a zone with a higher bonus, you while you're
I always
in
get the higher bonus.
Oh, you do get the higher. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I always get the higher bonus. All right. So the next one I want to bring up, Driven Dad already popped it up, but let's get into this one. This will be fun. Uber is now adding teen accounts.
You want me to pop up this comment?
Yeah, you can pop it up. Teen accounts. So what they're going to do is, if you're a parent, you got a teenager, 13 to 17, they will now be allowed to physically have their own account. So say I'm the parent. What the hell just happened there? Okay.
That's what it is.
I'm the parent, right? And I want my son Eddie to have his own account. Eddie will now have his own Uber account. And then what will happen is he can use his account to order whatever rides he wants to order. The parent will get a message saying that, hey, Eddie just ordered a ride, and now this is where he's at. You can track him the whole 9 yards. Okay, so do you understand? Teen accounts have now arrived at Uber as long as it's linked to a parent's account. Okay, y'all killing me.
Put it up to 120. Change your zoom to 120.
So how does the panel feel about now taking on underage riders?
It's a big risk. Like I've told in my video, I said, okay, if you're going to do this, one, it's going to be called Uber X-Teen, so you're going to be getting that low rate. You're not going to be doing Premier prices or Premier SUV prices.
Whoa. Y'all killing me. Hey, can we when you guys get done with the private chat, knock it down so I can see what's going on? Ron, what did you just say?
I was saying it's called Uber XT. That's the name of the ride type. So it's not going to be like a premier price or premier SUV type, not even a comfort price. You're going to be getting that same X rate or X, whatever they bring to you with the upfront fare. Now, here's my thing. In my video that I put out just a few minutes ago, I was like, look, if you're going to do this, if this is something, this is part of your ride types that you want to choose, you need to get that Wi-Fi camera. If there's something you want to do. Now, they have safety tips for the rider, for the teen, about they can record the driver conversation with the teen. Of course, it can be tracked. Me personally, I'm iffy about it. I know that there is a market to pick up teens. Where I work, we pick up 13 years and older. We do. But we have a centralized location that can view videotapes and look at stuff like that. Uber, on the other hand, Uber always designates, they always, or whatever I'm going to say, they side with the rider. Another thing as well, these kids nowadays, these 13-year-olds and older, they love TikTok. So a viral video of my Uber driver this, my Uber driver that can appear. And we've been seeing that lately, even with adults. So that's just my side of things with that.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you think about it with teen accounts now?
Yeah, I don't like the teen account thing because, I mean, you got to be at least 18 to enter into a contract in the United States. That means you're only liable for what you're up to after the age of 18. So this kid can damage your car and do all of this crazy stuff in your car. They're not liable for it. So why do they have an account and they're not accountable for anything on that account? You can't have a contract with an 18-year-old, with anybody under 18. So the parent needs to still be locked into their account. I could see if the parent said the teen can't have an account, but the teen can be on my account. That way, if anything happens,
the parents,
we can go after an adult.
And
well,
I think that
the accounts are linked. He can't just like my son Eddie over there just can't go out and create his own Uber account.
The account's linked, and that's good.
Come to daddy
first. The parent's account can be deactivated as well. So now the parent needs to be on the hook for whatever the kid does. The kid screws up your car, pukes in your car, does anything crazy in your car. The parent is now, if they don't do anything, they lose their account. So their kid can mess around and have them not be able to get an Uber somewhere.
And
I even have a problem with my daughter.
I think Sofla brings up a good point. If the team makes a change and stop, I mean, even if the messages go out everywhere, it's like if the parent isn't verifying the location and approving the change and stop, I mean, again, that's a huge liability there.
But I think the way they made it is the parent is notified when the teenager takes a trip, but it's going to be up to the parent to tell the kid, no, you can't go there. They're going to have some kind of override control. They cannot. I mean, that's not on the driver because it's
once they're in your car.
But it's a legit It's a legit ride. So if the rider wants to change the location where to go, what's the driver supposed to do?
The driver
his job to tell the kid, no, I ain't taking you there.
But the question is, the issue comes in with if they change the destination while they're in the car with you, okay, it sends a notification, but who's to say, like, if the parent's not approving it, and not saying I want the location changed to where they're going, and they're going off to, they're supposed to be going to school, but now they're going to the mall or something like
they
like
cannot change the location in the app.
Okay.
It's locked.
Okay. All right.
It's like that clinic.
I'm assuming they can only go from point A to point B. And the parents
whoa! That's not the way I understood it, Ron. That's not the way I understood it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me pull up the FAQ because when I read it, I was like, it's locked in, but
the way I understood it was that rider. Yeah, the kid can change. This is like you, Ron, having your own account.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's linked to your parents' account, you have your own account. You go wherever the hell you want to go, unless your parent tells you no.
I don't know. That's like a kid having.
And how does the parent say no?
So, two things. Number one, just to counter a point, somebody said something about that, there would be cheaper rides. I've had kids, maybe their parents ordered it, whoever, in expensive Premiers and Uber Blacks. So,
But this as an option isn't going to give you a higher pay.
oh really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Can the kid tip you? What if the kid say, "I want to give you $100"?
So now another thing too.
Oh yeah, and then the
Like,
thing
here's
is,
my card. Call me every time.
Now,
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Be like,
You know that
right.
you can help-
could
you know that you can
I didn't
also
authorize
help
him to
Uber.
give you a
You guys,
$50
you,
tip.
you guys
You
keep
gave
talking about a
$50
parent. You guys keep talking about a parent. What if it's just some person who makes an account and then for somebody else? You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Who's verifying this?
That's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Because they
Like-
don't load. Yeah, well, they don't load up photo IDs now.
Right,
Well, who's to say this ain't some drug dealer?
right.
And he's got the youngins, right? The yummies doing all the dealing, and now you got some poor ex-driver.
We're
That's
giving so
right
much
on the
secrets
stuff.
away to these people.
I'm just
now
saying.
the ideas, now the
Hey, you
possibilities
know,
are going into my head right now.
yeah, man.
You know,
Yeah.
now we start getting into child trafficking.
People can finesse a
Exactly.
system. That's what they do. They learn how to finesse systems. People do it all the time.
So all
And
these
it's just
traffickers gotta
another
do is get on their
avenue
phone.
for people to sit around and figure out how can we finesse this prior advantage.
100%.
That's all.
Yeah.
I need you to go pick up my kid. He's at the border.
Here's the other thing too. If you guys didn't know this, the driver cannot contact the parent
What?
What?
on the FAQs. You got to
So the
see it.
driver
Somebody can pull it up on the screen. Can I
I'm good.
contact the teen's guardian? It says no, you will not be able to contact the teen's right or guardian at this time.
Nah.
Man, this is good. This is gonna fuck.
Riders, Guardian.
So this
What kind of
Ooh,
shit?
dog.
Guardian.
you gotta yank them out. You
right.
can't even tell a parent.
So this is
Your kid has anaphylactic shock in the back of my car. Oh,
this is gonna mess up. So drivers like me and Brandon that do that high dollar stuff. This is gonna mess us up because you get one of those high dollar rides and you're like, well, wait a minute, this is a team.
Your ass don't do no high dollar right. Shut your ass up.
Damn,
Don't start, Vinny. Don't start with me. Don't start with me.
Oh my
Right?
God. Anyway,
Don't start
listen.
with me. Don't go there.
Here's
Look
the
at
end all
Glide.
be all to it. Here's the end all be all to it. Drivers can opt out of this.
I'm just not going to opt in.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's gonna show up on your app, and you're gonna have to opt out, just like you opt out of Uber Pet or whatever other ride type you don't want.
All that stuff is would have to opt in to even accept those rides. So I'm not even going to activate it on my account.
But that's what I'm saying. That's opting out. Okay,
Yeah.
opt in, opt out, semantics.
Yeah.
But you understand. So
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know, you can hail an Uber ride too.
Like I
using the app.
just don't like when people force you into something and then you
And
now
you
I have to
go.
go through and figure out your menu to turn it off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In
Right.
comparison to, oh, it's an option and you can turn it on if you want to. I'm never gonna touch it. But,
See, that's
Right.
like that old school BMI when they used to send you cassette tapes they said, we're going to send you this cassette tape unless you tell us not to.
right.
And it's like,
Right.
then they bill you for
right,
it.
100%.
Right.
I just got that with Quick
At your
Quack.
house, like, dude, I didn't order no damn Tone Lokes cassette. What are you talking about?
No, I just got that with Quick Quack. I was like, I want a refund. I don't even live in the area where I can even get washes. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it already charged. You can have access until the end of the month. I'm like, you.
I will agree with Sergio on this one from their show last night. Why are they trying to make this so why so complicated?
Throw drivers off because we're getting too smart. We learning their system, so they got to throw a caveat in the system to throw us all off. Now we got to figure more stuff out again. They don't want smart drivers, man. They do not. They want drivers confused.
100%.
And they're seriously not thinking about the
100%.
risk of not being able to contact a parent. Or,
It's
Like,
so
that's crazy to me.
it's just
I wonder
ignorant.
if they have kids.
It's
it's
ignorant.
negligent. It's not even ignorant. It's negligent.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, definitely.
They didn't hire anybody to do opposition research on it to say, you know what, maybe this isn't a safe environment to put a rider in or a passenger in. It just doesn't. It's not.
They'll
A good,
never talk to contractors to say, hey, what do you guys
That was well
think?
said,
a
Steve.
lot more
That was
allegations.
well, Stephen. That was well said.
thank you.
So okay.
Thank you.
So
That's
those-
ages 13 to 17, correct?
Yeah. All right. So those are the two heavy hitters. Now, for one, they already have. They're calling it Uber car seat. Now I know in Orlando they offer this already, where there are drivers that have car seats, right? So if you're traveling with under babies or under 5 years old in Florida that require a booster seat, right? The thing is I think Uber supplies the car seats to the drivers, right? Because Uber said they partnered up with this certain car seat company. But here's my question with that. Hey, listen, if a parent gets in the car and they got a car seat for the kid, I'm the first one there to strap it up. Let's go. Okay.
I let them
as with all not in my car, bro. I'm strapping the car seat in because I'm gonna make sure it's strapped in. Okay.
You're not gonna have me liable for nothing.
As with the dash cams, as with the little Uber and Lyft tablets, are they gonna charge a rental fee to drivers and make it seem like we're doing you a favor by now allowing you to pick up car seat rides? But you got to rent the car seat from us.
How many can you get? Because I can already see the Ricky Bobby fraud on eBay on these things.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
But see,
Exactly.
I met a guy. I met a guy in Orlando when I was doing Uber in Orlando a few years ago, which they had Uber car seat, Uber XL car seat. He had a Dodge Caravan with a car seat in it. I asked him, "Did you buy it?" He said he bought it himself. So he bought a booster and then he bought a car seat because when they first offered it, they were paying a lot of money to those drivers who got their own car seat. Now, like to Vinny's point about them partnering with a car seat company, I do have I'm a little afraid. I'm fearful of this. See, if I usually let them put the car seat in the car and let them do it. One, I don't know how to do it. And even if I did know how to do it, I just don't want to be liable for setting up the car seat. I don't know. I just feel like that's still more of a risk, in my opinion, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, correct. But all the cars are usually the same hookup when it comes to the kids.
Yeah. No, Ron.
Part of the problem I see with that is let's say I did install it correctly in the first place. Great. But do you know how to inspect a seat to make sure that it first off complies with all the rules and regulations, and then second doesn't have any kind of damage already in some way, shape, or form? How would you know that? We are not qualified.
Let me stop it. Let me stop you,
man. This is what you grab it by the strap and you just slam that shit on the ground about 5 times. If it works, put it in the car, throw your kid in it, man. I got kids. Right. They still alive. I do that all the time.
So, Jeff, stop. No, Jeff, you need
to be a baby daddy. Be a baby daddy or adopt.
15 and 21, they went through a lot of car seats that I slammed all over the ground, man. They're alive. They're good.
All right, so let me get to the point on Ron and Steven, because I ain't touching Jeff's comments. I ain't touching that shit. Listen,
you see a bunch of Uber drivers in the parking lot. Bam!
I would think, in my case, I always hook up the car seat. You know why?
Yeah.
Because if there is an accident, who's the first insurance that gets hit?
Mine.
Yours. Exactly.
The individual.
I get you. Yeah.
So once you accept that car seat into your car, regardless of who hooks it up, right? You're already on the hook. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I would rather make sure that car seat is in place. I've had 4 kids, Steven. I know exactly how a car seat should look. Okay. But even with that, wait a minute. But even with that, it don't matter. Because Uber is partnered with, I think it's called Anunu, ANUNA, something like that. Anuna, whatever it is. Which means if you go and get your own car seat, I don't know if they would allow you to do that. Because that's the whole point of the partnership, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, we go rent a Tesla.
All about
Uber Hertz. I can only use it on Uber. I can't use it on Lyft.
Wow.
You're right.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
It's a money-making process. They're making money 3 ways. They're making money off the rider, off the driver, and off the car seat company.
So
there it is.
With that being said,
are we going to have rideshare drivers show how to put car seats in cars?
Yeah, a YouTube video.
Hell of a video. We could use Eddie as a baby. He's only 5'6".
So everyone knows when you comment and you are in any of our other streams, you may not see all the chat. If you want to see all of the chat, it's on Vinny's channel. So you
No, here
want
we
to
go.
watch it.
I just put the chat up on the side. So from now on, all chats will come through.
Okay.
All
All right,
chats.
so I have
Remind me about that.
I have two questions real quick. So first of all, who cleans the car seat? Because the baby, you're putting a baby in it or a child in it. You can already imagine, okay? And that's number one. Number two, what about wait time? So let's say, Vinny, you don't do it. Let's just say a driver doesn't feel comfortable doing this. The mom or the dad comes in and puts the car seat, and they take fucking 10 minutes to do this.
There should be a standard fee on that, but they won't pay that. Just like there should be a standard fee on waiting.
Well,
for
hold on.
And I asked that question to your point, Vinny, about the how they're making money off us, and I'm like, yeah, they are making money off us. If you have to sit there and wait friggin' 10 minutes for them to hook up the seat.
Yeah, but wait a minute. No, you do. Wait a minute. You do get paid your wait time. I get paid my wait time every trip.
As long as you don't start the ride yet. Yeah, don't start the ride yet.
Don't start the ride until everything's set, and then that wait time is adding up.
See, that's the tricky thing. They don't start the ride till the passenger's in the car.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
The car seat in, and you start the ride. You're not getting.
Like I say, high dollar rides.
Yep.
I'm joking.
Pay for that wait time. Don't even start it if they got a car seat. Wait till that car seat is in before you start it, so you're getting paid for them loading that thing.
Yeah,
even if it's $2.
The problem is those minutes aren't paid well enough.
Well, that's we're gonna talk about that in a little bit here. That's coming tonight. We getting off the rails tonight.
All right. So then, what about sanitation? Seriously, it's like sanitary, like really?
Yeah, have a throw up smelling seat in your car.
Yeah, like who? Are these plastic seats, or are they like? Do they have
Gerber?
No, listen. All car seats have to adhere to a federal standard, so I'm sure they're going to be standardized. As far as cleaning up, who do you think?
Unless they're bought on some weird website.
Go over to the wash bay and spray it down.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something. Get your handy wipes ready. Like I said, it's Anyway, Driven Dad's right. You don't know if it's been in an accident. I understand. That's why That's why they're going to make sure you're using their partnered car seat. You watch what I tell you. You're not going to be able to buy your own.
Is there a limit to this? Could someone have two kids and then you only have one car seat?
I have no idea.
Then that's when you take the spare out of the trunk and you make that baby lay in the position where that spare used to be. Like, I'll just come back and get my spare later and put your house strap.
Oh, man, if Driven Dad is ready, he is ready.
You got Cadillac, it's up under the back of the trunk. So you got to put that baby up under the back of your trunk, strap it where that spare used to be.
The trunk of the trunk.
Yeah, carry the impact. Carry the impact
right under the car,
right?
man. We're going to get there. Don't worry.
Yep.
I heard that. All right.
Just hang on. I got tools in my trunk. Hold on. We'll put it together real quick.
It's a baby laying back there. Hold up.
All right. So then this last one here that I took note with that just absolutely had me laughing. Omar, you will remember this. Ron, you will remember this. I don't think Jeff. Eddie.
Oh my God.
And you know this is coming. This is going to be another liability. How dare you assume their age?
Uber, you need to watch this live right now, Uber. We're helping you do the opposition risk thing.
Bro, is this gonna? I don't even know if this is gonna be worse with girls or boys, because some of these girls that are like 15 years old, man, they look 21. You know, like.
Be careful. Be careful.
2021.
Oh,
like, can I see some ID? Can I see some ID? What?
Glad. That is the comment of the year, bro.
Somebody screenshot that. Somebody screenshot it. We gotta put on the shirt.
That is a comment of the year.
Kiki, can you put this on the shirt?
Goddamn. That is the comment of the year. Damn that is bro.
It's getting to be identity lifestyles, man. That's what it's getting to be. Identity, man. What do you identify as? Them day?
Oh my God. Yeah, bro. Oh my God. Because you know what?
I won't be surprised because people can pick their own anonymous names on the app.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna happen. All right. The last one, like I started.
We gotta have some skin in the game. We gotta be able to stop some of this nonsense, man.
Bucky, we're not saying that it isn't helpful to our passengers, but what we're saying is there's different levels of risk for the driver. Now, I mean, if you're willing to take on that risk and be in a situation, I mean, even Jeff was talking about a situation with his friend that had an accident. You know, so all of a sudden something happens in your car that you don't expect, and then now you can't be on the road for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. Is it worth that risk? Not for me. Not ever.
You know, so one thing about that, right? So like to your point, Jeff and Steve, and Vinny's talked about this before as well, about how we want, you know, the rate card and the information, but not the upfront pay. So this is one of those situations where we need more transparency. If you give us a little bit more information on the ride, then maybe this might work out. Because to the comment about it's a single mom. How do I know it's a single mom? What am I picking up a bunch of people? And that's why I made the comment about wait time, because I just, from my experience, I'm always picking up a lot of people. So it's
to add to your point, we already know that there's people that claim that they have service animals when they're not service animals.
Yeah. Yep. So give me some information on the rider, on the passenger, and maybe I can say, hey, you know what? I do want to pick up this ride. I want to help this person. Maybe.
Yeah, this is but it's all legit. It sounds like it's complaining, but it's not complaining. These are real world situations. These are real world scenarios. Yeah. This is based on everybody's experience. It's not like we're just reaching in a bag trying to, figure out shit to bash them with. We're not trying to bash.
Okay, Bucky, but okay, let's say you get you get 4 passengers in your car that are adults. You can't just leave the car seat installed. Like, I clear my stuff off my seats. A lot of the time I leave stuff in my front seat because I don't want people sitting in my front seat. But, I have to move that stuff when I get 4 passengers. So it's just something you have to consider. Yeah. You're going to get mixed match rides where some of them are using car seats and some of them aren't.
Some got luggage, some don't. So if you try to throw the car seat in the trunk, now you can't fit luggage in the trunk. It's the car seat.
So you got to remember, like Jeff said, you put the baby underneath the car, right where the spare used to be. You got
position.
All right, quick shout out to Red. She couldn't make it tonight, but she did stop by in the chat, so I'm enjoying it. Yeah, and Christine, thank you very much. Everybody, y'all hit up that who keeps changing my goddamn comments? That's Steven. It's his job.
That's me.
My bad, yeah, but Christine, she's right. Y'all get the likes up. Whichever channel you're watching on, hit the like button. Helps the algorithm. The algorithm spreads the word. And we are over 50 again tonight, gentlemen. So that's awesome. I'm so glad so many people are now joining us. All right.
Hey,
do you guys know who the
also don't feel afraid that you can't throw. Sorry,
one at a time.
Don't feel afraid like you can't throw up questions. We do like having questions and talking, discussing them. So don't feel free. But yeah, hit us with
100%. 100%.
Yeah. I was gonna say everybody's individual channels. Go follow everyone's individual channels. I'm starting to make videos now. Jeez.
And I'll throw up the Discord for everybody.
I ain't seen one yet by you.
Wrong.
Was it washing wheels? Was that your first video?
You hate so much. I love it.
O's video went viral. He was riding around in the Jeep. Everybody thought that was Ja Morant. That was O the whole time. I was looking at the video and I was like, that's not Ja Morant. That's O with the gun. Man, I saw that. That went viral. I like that video.
I think I think one of the things here that just real quick, because we've been talking about risk management. This is basically risk management we're talking about with this company, right? So I don't see a risk manager for Uber. Does anybody know who the risk manager or some president of risk management is?
Yeah, it's called your insurance company
the whole time. I am the risk manager. I've been kicking it with y'all the whole time, though, just learning about what risk you guys present to our company.
Yes. No.
So there's this guy. His name is Gus Foldner.
Why you ask us when you already know the answer? Something's wrong.
No, I'm saying this is because here's my thing. Like, okay, these products are out. These products are coming out, and I think people, ordinary drivers, need to know who these people are. If they feel like it's a risk, they need to talk to these people. You need to send him an email or something. I'm just bringing it up just for communication purposes. That's why.
Like I'm gonna be riding down the street.
One second, we're gonna take a second.
This is killing me. I'm calling Kuzz.
Hold on. We're gonna take a second. Thank you, Cray Day. We appreciate you.
Oh, Cray in the house. Cray. Pump it up.
And by the way, Cray, real quick, Cray merch store will be ready in 2 weeks. It is under construction and it's coming along nicely. Some of the guys on the panel don't know yet, but we got shirts for them. Anyway, all right.
Kiki, holler at me. Let me know what shirt you got.
Hey. You don't want to see your shirt. You want to see your shirt?
No.
You want to see it?
I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised.
No, everybody right now, look up to the upper right-hand corner of your screen.
Gosh.
We are going to show you Ron, the Rideshare Culture's 1980s throwback shirt.
Hell yeah.
Where's Kiki? That's a nice. I like that.
You'll never find Steven, another love like mine.
I look like
someone to love you.
There it is.
I'll bet it'll be the bestseller. It'll be the bestseller.
You're sexy ass. All right. So the last one I want to bring up, like I started to say, Omar and Ron have heard of this before. I don't know if the other three panelists have heard about this. It's called Uber Boat. Now, about 6 years, see, look, Omar's already laughing. About 6 years ago, when Travis was still the the CEO of Uber, they created Uber Boat. Uber Boat. You remember this, Ron?
Yeah, I remember.
Forgot Uber Boat, where you can actually take a ride on a boat. You can rent out a boat.
Miami.
They went so deep into this back then that if you went to Australia, you could do Uber Submarine.
Dang.
So now they want to bring up Uber Boat as another way of getting their stuff together. Klaus says that service is still available in Croatia. Uber Submarine. Yeah. So
what they need to have is Uber. Like I can get an Uber driver to pick me up and use his car to make money doing Uber while he sits in the back seat. I'll be taking all his rides. You're like, dude, hold up. I'm like, hey man, this is Uber.
It's Uber.
This, but you can, and then you know what? I'll pay a little extra, and they can do all the rides for me, and I still get paid.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sign me up for that.
Hold on. Don't make that joke too quick, because if you listen to Kathy Woods of ARK Investment, Uber or Tesla's robotaxi might be in effect first quarter next year. So watch out. Somebody else coming to get our jobs.
So I agree with Driven Dad on this one.
You did say
and
that.
Where the hell do you put
Uber's
this giant...
for sale. I mean, Lyft is for sale, but now it's not.
And where the hell do you put this giant ass car seat when you don't have that? Yeah, exactly. Dude, there's so many things. This has got to be an XL only. But even if they have this for XL onlys, I mean, how many times you get 4 or 5 passengers with 4 or 5 big suitcases? And then they got one little one that's got to ride on somebody's lap.
Yep.
Because we're not U-Hauls. Uber, we're not U-Hauls.
Oh, no.
You know, some of these people.
Tell that to the people at LAX.
This is nice in Orlando. It should be in places like that. This should not be in Miami. Uber car seat should not be in Miami.
And then the final thing, the theme of Uber's Go Get 2023. Y'all ready for this? It's building with heart for riders and drivers. They want to build with heart because they care.
Then they stole my idea because I got a shirt that says "Show some love, man." We be taking Lux cars all the time. We've been on that already. They late, man. We've been trying to say we got a passion for this. That's why we do this. We've been building with heart. They've been building like playing us like little tools. That's what they've been doing. Now they want to say, "Oh, we're gonna build with heart." No, we already been there, man, and they don't try to shoot us in the foot with that.
This is actually an interesting comment and jumps back to a little bit what Driven Dad was saying about where do I put this seat. But they're constantly telling you to put more things inside of your car, which is eating up your fuel and eating up your space to be able to perform efficiently. So when it comes to not having a dog on your leather seats, They in the training, it literally tells you to have a blanket or some kind of towels to have on in the back.
Hold on. Do you think they give a shit about how distracted you are while you're driving? Because you got trip radar going off every 13 seconds and you can't even look at your own goddamn GPS.
I agree.
Next thing you
How
know,
many accidents we've seen because of that?
How many, bro? Exactly.
And they literally, in the last few minutes when it's the most important and you're getting the last few turns into your ride, they want to throw a ride in front of you. But this, this all goes back to what Sergio says. Turn off, go offline, or put last ride in between each ride.
Delivery is worse because you got food in your hand, everything's in your hand, and all of a sudden you start getting these. Like, what you gonna put their food on the sidewalk? Hurry up!
You're trying to take a picture, and it's like, no.
So do we like how much? So like now we have to carry a towel with us, right? We have to carry a dog seat. We have to carry what else do we have to carry now? I mean, cleaning supplies. I mean, where does it stop? To Steven's point, like. I might as well just. Should I live in my car? Should I just live in my car now? Right? I'm here for you. Whatever you want. Here. You know.
Uber coffee.
Uber coffee. All the service centers, right?
Yeah. See,
genius.
They got you carrying everything except the Second Amendment. You need you to get a car.
Exactly.
You get this, that. No, you can't carry that. That's the one thing you can't carry.
Yeah, I can. What the hell are you talking about? State law supersedes Uber law, bro. I don't know what you're talking about there.
Policy on Uber says you can't carry, Vinny.
That's
what?
Right. Uber. Listen,
Uber's terms and service does not.
I listen to Uber and Lyft terms of service all the time.
Yeah.
Listen, you and Betsy, okay? You and Betsy, go away.
You never carry in the car, okay? Never.
They got you carrying everything.
SoFlo.
Just get yourself a Harry Potter boomstick.
One at a time. One at a time.
I had the same thing happen to me over at Disneyland. I happened to have a ride that took me all the way to Anaheim, and they had a baby in their hands, and I'm like, they're starting to get into the car, and I'm looking around, I'm like, is there a seat for the kid? Like, no.
I'm I can't say this, Steven, but that was your family. That was not a passenger. What are you doing? You don't kick your family. You look back, what are you doing? This is your baby, dog. No, you ain't taking that with us.
I can't.
I'll be messing with Steven. That's my guy right there.
That was good. Right. That was really good.
Steven looked back like, no, you ain't taking that with us. This is your baby, though. No, you can't take that with us. You gotta lead it at Disneyland.
That was rough. So we end that ride, right? And we end that ride, and I'm waiting for some more passengers, and they come back through on my requests. I'm like, no. So I accepted it, and then I'm like, is that the same name? And she cancels. I think I got her one more time, and I ignored it, and I didn't get her anymore. But that was funny. It was like 3 times I got her.
All right. So with all that being said, right, and this is their new product review. I think this was healthy, but that's going to bring me to what we started this morning, and I mentioned it to you guys, so you guys had a few minutes to think about it. With all this new stuff and all this more liability and want us to do this, that, and the other.
Sorry, Vinny. Vinny, can I actually just real quick? Are you going to talk about that 1-800 number or no?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I'm not even entertaining that. Nope.
All right. Cool.
Nope.
Got it.
No, we can talk about it. Yeah, Uber's got a 1-833 number that for those that don't have a telephone to use the Uber app, they can call up and now they can order a ride over the telephone.
Yeah, you got to be like very old.
I don't know. I didn't see the stipulations on it. I just, now in their video, they showed it as the granddad or the older dad, was the one who was making a phone call because he says, I don't have that stupid app on my phone. Right? So I don't know how that is.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, I actually have.
If they're going to be like, if that was for seniors, go grandpa, go grandparent, like we have down here, go grandparent does a lot of work with Lyft. So the ride is actually ordered through go grandparent. and and then you go pick them up, and it's like when you're picking up a medical stop. Do not deviate. Do not change the ride. Go from point A, point B, yada yada yada, and you're paid that way. But just remember, you never get tipped with those. You never get tipped with those. Craig, I'm going to handle that at the end of the show. At the end of the show. All right.
Vinny, did you hear anything about this?
About what? Main question today is. Yeah, so they were talking about that last night. Apparently, it is happening in certain markets where if you turn down 3 consecutive rides with Uber, they are no longer they put you in what they call Uber trip jail. So what happens is they're no longer going to send you requests for a certain amount of time. You have to check Trip Radar to get a request.
Yeah, I said that about a month ago.
Yeah, I
had a video about a month ago I put out.
Right, we talked about that, but now, Kiki, you know what, Kiki, just for that, I'm giving Ron your phone number tonight.
I have a phone number already. I don't really know why that's a bad thing.
No, but do you have her phone number?
I do have a phone number.
You have her Google phone number.
I don't have a Google phone number. I have a phone number.
No, it's from Google. Trust me.
No, I don't have a Google phone number.
You got a Google phone.
Kiki, don't I have your number? Kiki,
hold on. He's in timeout. Anyway. So yes, we're going to get to the shirt, Key. Thank you. I said at the end of the show we're going to do the shirt on that ride. I promised we will do it. Okay. So anyway, God damn it, y'all. All right. I love what we do here. I feel so good about what we're doing. So here's the thing. Everybody's always talking about how much we're getting paid. We all know if you were a vet out here, you've been around for a long time. You know what we used to make 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and what we made last week is different from yesterday's price is not today's payout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here's my question. For major markets, for an X ride, what do you guys think is the right price for a per minute, per mile payout? And the reason why I ask this question is because if Uber and Lyft paid us a standard rate, like we used to have with the rate cards, what would be acceptable to where we no longer worry about what the rider pays, our acceptance rates go up, and all drivers now know what they're driving for, right? And make it a number that a year from now, drivers won't be saying, oh, they're robbing us, they're stealing from us, they're doing this, that, and the other. So what is a good number? Anybody can.
If you got $1 a minute, you'd make $60 an hour.
Right.
No matter what miles you drove, you could drive 10 miles, you could drive 20 miles. It don't make a difference. 60 minutes is $60. So you could drive long, short circles. It don't make a difference. But if you start talking about miles, now in an hour, I can make you go 3 miles. If it's a lot of traffic, I can make you go 20 miles. So if you're talking about miles is kind of hard to go by because a lot of people don't drive a lot of miles every hour. But time is time. It goes through the hour. So I would rather be paid by the minute than by the mile.
Okay, so what's a good number for you? On $1 a minute. Now we're just talking about X and Lyft. We're not talking about XLs or Premier or Lux. We're just talking about basic rides.
$1 a minute. No matter how many miles I drive, give me $1 a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, if you send me 60 miles away, that's $60. If it takes me 60 minutes, if it takes me 2 hours, you owe me $120.
Yeah, correct. That's why I like the Tesla, because you put it on standard mode and you can reduce at that minute to about 30 seconds.
Yeah, just minute it. Just pay me by the minute. I don't care about miles. I'm gonna drive miles whether dead or whether on the app. No matter what, that car's moving. That car's calculating miles. I'll drive dead miles all day trying to get to a ride or trying to get to an area. But if I'm just online, you got to pay me by the minute. So just pay me by the minute as long as I'm online and I'm accepting rides or whatever, and just make it to where no matter what the ride is, I have to take it. So if it's 13 miles away, I'm being paid by the minute.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
You can too. I don't care. I'm still being paid.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying even so only online, it doesn't matter if you're not getting a trip, you're still going to be paid a minute.
If I'm offline, then I'm eating hot dogs or something somewhere. You ain't got to pay me. But if I'm online, you can send me a ride the moment I go online.
Okay, but we only get paid if we got somebody's ass in our seat.
Not true. We get paid on the way there too. Now they've adjusted it to where now we are compensated for the right, or the fares have been adjusted to pay us the moment we click accept.
What?
Yes.
Now we got to go.
I don't get none of that
That's what
crap.
they've done. They've changed the payments. We're now being paid from the moment.
Okay, so hold on. Let's get that comment off real quick. So Jeff, what you're saying is the minute you get a request to the minute you drop that passenger off, $1 a minute.
No, I say from the time I log on.
Oh, well, I mean, we got to be realistic here.
And I can't turn down no rides. I have to have 100% acceptance rate.
Yeah, no,
I have to have 100% acceptance rate. Can't turn down no rides. I'm cool. Pay me $1 a minute.
Okay, well, I'm with you with the $1 a minute, but it ain't gonna happen when we just turn the app on and we're in the hot tub. They ain't gonna pay you to chill in the hot tub.
The moment I turn it on, Trip Radar.
But how?
It won't be Trip Radar. It'll be like, Jeff, this is where you're going. Okay.
But you have to understand
minute,
with supply. You have to understand with supply and demand. If we're getting that rate at 100%, those rides aren't going to be coming in that fast on Trip Radar, right?
Then Uber loses money. They better get on the ball
No, because I think honestly,
around.
I think that opens another door. And I was talking to a few people about this earlier. I was when you think about it, the taxi services have a limited amount of taxis that can be in per city or per whatever the range is. Yes. So if we got to a point like that where they were paying us like that, they would also limit how many drivers are allowed to be on the platform. Think about it like Uber Black, right? Think about it like Uber Black, where they did
that in New York. They did that in New York.
So, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing either, but there's a lot of.
Well, no, I disagree with you. It is a bad thing because now you're knocking people off from making a living. So, what if you're the guy that's knocked off? You're not allowed. You're not given a work shift.
I would argue against that. We're getting to the point now where they're lowering rates so much that there's people that can't make a living with the rates that are coming in. So you spread the money out more, but you also limit the amount of people that can sustain their living.
But it's two different things. But it's two different things because now
also clog up the streets with extra drivers.
Wait, you're doing that already?
But I'm saying if you limit the amount of drivers,
but that has nothing to do. Okay, but that's a different thing. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, what's the right per minute per mile rate? What do you think drivers would be happy with? What you're talking about there is going into a whole nother different rabbit hole.
I was just responding to what Jeff was saying. But as far as that, I think $30 to $40. We talked about this before. I think 30. Honestly, I think it should be 40. 40 because people have to do maintenance on their vehicles. And
so how are you breaking that out? So how do you break that $40 out? Is it 80 cents a minute? Is it $1 a mile, 40 mile minimum? I mean, how do you break that out? Because Jeff is giving you something that's consistent regardless.
Yeah, I would go by minute. I go by, and we've talked about this before. I go by minute because the LA market and the traffic in LA is ridiculous.
Right.
So it's like it doesn't matter how far I'm driving when I have to sit there for an hour to take a 5-minute trip. So I would want it to be consistent on minute.
So then you're saying how much per minute do you think that would drivers on the X and Lyft platform would be happy with? What's your per minute rate?
Drivers or me? You're saying drivers in general?
Drivers across the board. On X and on Lyft, not the upper platform.
I would say
40.
would say 90 minimum an hour.
Yeah, I would say 40. I like what Jeff's saying as far as the 60.
40 what? 40 what?
40 per hour. 40 per hour.
But you can. So how much does that break down to per minute?
You can decline
look it up.
While he looks it up, let me answer your question, Vinny, because we had this conversation. I don't know if you remember. We talked about it when I first met you about 4.5 years ago about this number thing. And I remember saying a very low number. I was like, well, if they give me 75 cents a mile, but things have changed, and the way we're looking at things right now with the inflation and everything. Here's what or in general, I think I would say $1 a mile and $1 a minute. I think,
ride.
Huh?
For an X ride.
$100 an hour.
For an X ride.
40.
Because if you
So you're
average
saying
1 miles an hour,
$1 a mile, $1 a minute.
you make 6,000 miles and you
$1 a
make
minute, $1 a mile.
$100 an hour.
Yeah,
Because
that's
the
too
way I'm
much.
looking at it, the way I'm looking at it is this, right? So the price of maintenance fluctuate is a variable that fluctuates. We need to make a profit so we can save money too, and be able to go do things, go out and do vacation, because we're humans. We're not robots, so we gotta have at least some money left over. That's why I say $1 a minute, $1 a mile. Also, the risk that we take in the car. Once that person comes into a car, that's a risk. That's added risk to what us already driving on the road. So that's why I'm saying that number there.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking what's your number? What do you think drivers would be happy with if it went into effect today, and they would still be happy a year from now? And there's someplace I'm going with this. But
Yeah,
I would say
I want to get everybody's opinion first.
so. Mine it says 66 cents per minute, but I would say 70 cents per minute.
You're getting that now.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, what I'm saying to you is, Steven, you're already getting that.
I'm not.
You want to bet? Go look up. No, because I do these numbers every freaking week for myself.
Put the bet up.
Okay.
Do you know, even with the shit week I had this past week, I still averaged for my online time. Forget who was in my car. Sunday alone, that I did the video on, right? That I just put out yesterday. I was online for 9 hours. 9 hours. I only drove actual asses in my seat for 2.5 hours. I still averaged $31 an hour for 9 hours. Even though I only drove 2.5 hours. For drip? No. For 9 hours that I turned the app on and turned it off. My day.
Mm-hmm.
I averaged 31. That's what I always
Not
have.
everybody is.
But now per hour, it was like $117 per hour of what they call active time, right? What do they call that? I can't think of what they call it.
Ass in the seat time.
Ass in the seat time was $117 an hour. So this is why I'm asking, what's the number that do you think X drivers would be happy on? Because if you're telling me, Steven, that if you're getting 66 cents a minute, you'd be happy with that. I bet you if you go and break down your rides, you're getting 66 cents a minute every time somebody's in your car.
Every time somebody's
Because when I did the Tesla stuff, I was getting $1.18 a mile plus 50 cents a minute. That's what paid rides. People utilize time. That's what I got in that week driving the Tesla.
Not mine on X. But we can pull up my numbers though.
I got it. I'm just saying I got it.
Yeah, but you were asking across the board in major markets. In this major market in LA, that's not what I'm getting.
Okay, so I would say, Steven, I'd like for you to go ahead and work out last week's whatever you drove, and then see what it worked out to be per minute of utilized time. Okay, and then you'll see what I'm saying. This is why I think Jeff. I don't know where Jeff went. I guess. Oh, there he is.
Part of the problem is I also have rides.
Who put you in timeout? Jeff, who put you in timeout? I didn't put you in timeout.
Again, always happens.
That was goddamn Eddie. I know it was Eddie. Eddie did it to you.
Top of the whiteboard.
That was Eddie did.
Get the whiteboard out. Get the whiteboard out.
Yeah,
So,
You see,
all right.
Vinny,
So,
let me explain.
what do you got?
So,
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
Walk
Vinny.
around, find out.
Vinny, real quick. I'm sharing my screen here, Vinny. Can we bring that up? That's a picture
No,
I
I
took.
don't want to. I don't want to.
That's a picture I took at the Port
It's
of Miami.
Okay, go ahead.
I took this picture at the Port of Miami a couple of days ago. Just so everyone gets an idea of what a taxi goes for down in South Florida. By my estimation, to go 1 mile, and if the mile takes 5 minutes, that will cost $9.20 to go 1 mile, 5 minutes in that. If you do
Okay.
it, if you add up all the 1/5 of the mile and all that BS, if you add it all up, you take 1/5 of, you take, so you got $2.95 for the first 6 of the mile. So then 85 cents times 5 for the next 5/6 of the mile to complete the 5/6. 40 cents waiting time. So
That's what I tell you.
I go off that. I say if these guys are making that rate, which
So
is
then what's your
that rate is more than Black XL, man. That rate is more than Black XL. Are you freaking kidding me?
And that's what you're riding in. I'm asking for $1 a minute, no matter what. If I
So
sit
this
online for 10 hours, if I sit online for 10 hours and they give me $600 for that 10 hours, but I have to take 100% of the rides, I guarantee they make about 2 G's and I make about $600 in that same 10 hours.
so,
If I take
so
100%
Omar,
rides.
so Omar, what's your number?
My number
Tell me what your number is that you think we're talking X rides that you think drivers will be happy with. That's realistic. Go for it.
150 a mile, 70 cents a minute.
Okay. Let's see. So, Steven, I'm writing these down because I really do. I think it's good and it's healthy for people to really break down their numbers and to see what they think they're worth. Now we're talking X rides. We're not talking XL. We're not talking anything else. We're just talking X rides. So Jeff's $1 a minute. Steven's at 66 cents a minute. You know what, Steven? I'm gonna make you 70 cents a minute. I'm gonna give you a raise.
And I would love for everybody in the comments to do some math as well and say, look at those rates and say, and give us feedback. Are we crazy or are we lowballing ourselves?
Those rates. Think about that distance and how much they're making per minute. They're making probably about $8 a minute.
Yeah. Eddie, what do you got? Go ahead. You can take that down, Omar.
I do mine by the week. I gotta make anything above 1,500. And I am, my break even is about like 14 something. So anything above 1,500 and I am good. And that's for the week.
That doesn't answer the question.
I can't do it per minute. I can't do it per hour because as of right now, I was out all day today and I only made a little bit over $200.
Eddie.
Y'all had this conversation this morning. I was watching y'all live this morning.
I can't do per minute. I can't do per minute because I don't get it. My minimum will be $1 a minute. I don't get $1.
That's what I want to know.
I don't get $1.
But is that your number? We're not talking about you specifically.
I would like to get that. I would like to get that, but I don't get that.
So what would you like to get?
Yeah, I would like to get that at least. If it's on X, it'll be that $1 per minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again,
thank you. Yeah. I just want to know what you think the right number is.
Okay.
Put mine to $1 per minute too, because now I agree with Jeff.
No, you're 70 cents, you cheap bastard.
I said $1.
Yeah.
$1
It wasn't that it wasn't smart to begin with. I agree with you saying $1 a minute. I do. But
now you want to come back into the garage.
The thing that really impressed me was what Omar said. Well, because I believe that at minimum, people should be making $40 an hour for the time that they're driving.
Exactly. At minimum. I believe it. That's why I say $20 every 30 minutes. Do I not say that all the time?
All the time.
I always say $20 every 30 minutes.
You've heard me say that. I think that all riders of drivers should be making $40 an hour. That's what I believe. And that just happens to come out at 66 cents if you're working the whole time.
Okay.
But I agree. I think the higher platforms, it's hard to compare, but I think $1 makes sense. And what O showed us on the side of the car with all these ridiculous rates and everything that they're able to charge, we should be able to get $1 from it.
That's the main reason why Uber flourished when they opened up X. Was because the cabs are so antiquated. I mean, you're getting 4-ball tires, duct tape bumpers, some ugly ass
yellow
paint with sometimes a black door, sometimes a gray door. A Crown Vic makes you feel like you're in prison.
Smells like
that's why Uber flourished. But they were able to flourish by knocking down the price, knocking down the price, knocking down the price.
Key, it doesn't matter if it's full-time or part-time, Kiki. Whatever your number is, or whatever you think the number is for the general Uber drivers or Uber X. So
Because you got to remember one thing. You got to remember one thing, okay? And this is absolute truth. You are, as an independent contractor, each ride is an independent contract. So this is why I say, while I can appreciate we wanting to make $40, $60, $100 an hour, I get all that. While I can appreciate what Eddie's saying and what SoFlo is saying, he's got $2,000 rent. I get all that, right? But as an independent contractor, each trip is an independent contract. They offer you Uber and Lyft, and Uber Eats and DoorDash and Spark and all these apps. They offer you a contract. You agree to abide by the terms of service and what they said to pay you per ride as a binding contract. So this is why this is a discussion I have never seen on any channel related to Rideshare ever. And and I was watching something last night, and SoFlo, this speaks to you, me, and everybody else on the panel and in the chat group. Our bills are expensive.
Yeah.
It costs money to breathe right now.
Damn.
They got us
use our own cars for work.
Yeah, they got us the whole economy's got us beat down. So, but what and everybody says, well, pay what Seattle pays. Well, Seattle's got the highest cost of living in the country.
Yeah.
Nobody understands that concept. They have the highest cost of living. No, Seattle, Washington is the highest cost of living in the country. Always has been.
And Seattle,
whatever screwed up reason,
they just got approved for Uber driver vacation time, medical leave time, all of that.
Yes.
So much fraud.
So
much fraud is going to come from that. So much fraud is going to come from that.
Hold on, one at a time. So, Jeff, you're saying they just got approved for the driver vacation. They work so many hours, they get a few hours of vacation.
But they got to pay into the system, though. They got to pay a premium, like upfront. Like, let's say it's $1,000 to be in that program. They have to pay $1,000 up front to be in that program where they get medical leave and all that stuff off. The company slowly reimburses them for it back, but they're paying a premium. It's not coming out of their every weekly pay. They have to pay up front to be in that program. If you can't afford to be in that program, you don't get medical leave and all that stuff off. You don't get it.
Yeah,
So
I mean, listen,
that
no
was
gas.
the bill. That was the bill we were talking about last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right? It's either gas, grass, or ass. Nobody rides for free. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
It's the same thing. Your medical has to be paid for by somebody. Your vacation time, somebody pays for that. Your 401k, you pay for it. Company contributes equal parts. I mean, that's just the way it is. We can't have a free ride out here. Go ahead, Omar. I see you chomping at the bit.
No, I was going to ask, what's the min fare? Is there a universal min fare at X across the board?
Not anymore. And it varies city to city. And this is another reason why I brought this conversation up.
Okay,
Because different cities have different rates based on, like Jeff, Eddie, and Steven were saying pre-show, because of different markets, right? What you pay in Miami and Phoenix and LA isn't necessarily what you're going to play in Sun Valley, Idaho, or, BFE, Wisconsin, or whatever, right? So I get all that. That's why I'm looking for major markets. But the bigger picture to this, and I don't think anybody they just don't ask the question. I'm talking about the apps now, right? They don't ask the question. What do drivers feel is an adequate rate to be paid?
So I'll just say that.
I think
I think the min fare here. I think the min fare here is in the $2 range. I've seen $2.34 here, and I think if you generally just kind of add up a little bit, the min fare on a taxi is $10. That's a 9x gap. So just think about that.
Well, here's my point. In order for the apps to make drivers happy, they don't need to do all these goddamn gimmicks. If the drivers on X and Lyft could come up with a reasonable rate that they would like to be paid, that's reasonable to both the company and to the driver, I like $1 a minute. And y'all know me, I'm a mileage guy because of my market. My market is always more miles than minutes. I can clear 40 miles in 30 minutes on my highways. So,
I would drive more if it was.
we have highways, Jeff. Like I'm surrounded by a big H of highways. It literally is.
Yeah, like boom, boom,
I
boom.
got two north and south.
Yeah.
With a north and south halfway through the middle, right? So I got 3 north-south highways, and I've got about 5 cross highways in my market.
We have all highways here too. Ours just get backed up on every direction.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's just been covered in the national. It's been covered in the national media how bad your traffic is in LA. Shit,
those aren't highways.
We got freeways all over the place, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just blocks.
I mean, hey, listen.
Park your car there. Don't worry about it.
Hey, rest his soul, Kobe Bryant. He was taking a helicopter, right?
Right.
Because even someone like him can't beat traffic.
And
it's a parking lot. They don't have highways. They got parking lots in LA.
But at least my Tesla can handle being stuck in the parking lot without breaking down because I have the AC on.
Oh,
yes.
Got fired.
Hey, Vinny, you got that? You got that shot fire sound?
Hold on.
Cali nails don't cost the flat tires. It's the needles.
I like that bell.
Yeah,
all right, so Vinny.
Yes.
Vinny, I want to throw a monkey wrench into this conversation. You know me because you call me the great debater, right? So
I call you an asshole too, but I don't hold it against you.
Exactly. And I wear that t-shirt proudly, mofo. So listen. if we come up with a number, right, where the driver will be happy, what about Uber? Because what if you're happy? What if you go home? Hey, I made my money, but people still need rides. Where's the line when Uber says, "Wait a minute, no, we need you to keep working"? So we're gonna keep lowering the rates. We're gonna keep lowering the rates so that you stay online, like what Eddie just said. Because I got bills, so I got to keep working to get to that number. Where's the
rub? That is the same shit every employer uses for every employee. They always only pay you enough to keep your ass coming back for more.
Carrot in the stick.
Now here is my answer to you. Okay, here's my answer to you. It's twofold. Okay, well, no, we'll make it onefold. We have more drivers than we do riders. Yes or no?
Yeah,
here in South Florida, 100%.
Every single market in the world has more drivers than they have riders. I don't think that'll be an issue.
Yep,
I don't either.
It's like walking into a Walmart and everybody's an employee. Even the people pushing the baskets are employees. You can't have everybody working at Walmart.
I don't think you have a problem with that. If a driver goes, wait a minute, am I seeing double? I see a white Vinny and a black Vinny. What the hell?
Well, I mean, Vinny, you got a little do-rag on your head, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, Steven's got my name on it.
Steven says Vinny up under his.
Oh, that's why. The whole time this dude had his name under.
I didn't even notice.
Well, if I'm gonna be black, now you know what I would look like black.
Exactly. He identifies.
Relax.
That's Vinny if he identified as black.
You don't want the wokes coming up from here. Hey, Vinny, drop the track for us real quick.
Drop the track, all right.
You shouldn't have said anything. We should have just kept it going. Oh,
God. We really putting that out, dog.
He did. Weezoom's the man, bro. Kyle's the man. I love that guy. Oh, yeah. Almost as much as I love Sergio, which I wish Sergio would come back on the show again. Anyway, so yeah, that's the whole thing, right? I mean, at the end of the day, drivers need to also realize what are they actually worth, what would be worth it to them to stop worrying about all the other stuff that they're trying to do to us. Uber and Lyft will never see this. Come on with the private comments. You can ask in the open. He just didn't come on. He's got soccer practice.
Oh, the way you said it, I'm confused. That's my problem.
I said it. If he is watching, I'll make him feel bad and he'll come back on the show. But he's got soccer practice with his son. So
they have a show at the same time we have one on Wednesday night. They've got to promote that one too. I get it. This is YouTube, man. I get it.
Oh no, their show starts an hour before ours.
This show at the same time they're doing another show. It's kind of like conflict of interest. But I get it. It ain't no hard feelings. It's like, damn, man, this is business.
He just put him out there like that, bro.
It's real shit. It's real shit. It's business, man. I get it. They're trying to get Kim and Zach up and running. and they have to do that. He's got to get in there and help Kim and Zach get their channel.
Was he on their show tonight? Was he on their show tonight?
No, but I saw he was on the thumbnail, and that kind of helps them get traction. It
Oh,
helps
of
them
course.
get views.
Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know they were starting their own thing. I thought that was on the.
No, they started. No, they started that like 6 weeks ago. That's part of the right.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
popped
they
up on my feed.
Yeah, that's part of the right.
Yeah.
Guy. They're on every Wednesday, an hour before ours start. Yeah, I realize that.
Yeah, I
first time
always
they
go
did
back
it.
and watch the replays because it's at the same time of our show. So I'll go back and kind of go through their replay or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I get it, man. Surgeon, they're got a lot going on over there on the Rideshare guy. I get it. We also have a lot
That's
going on in the
Vinny from
Rideshare
Cali.
garage.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
sir.
like,
We're building. We're coming up.
we're not
We're
competing
building.
with each other. We're all
No.
building a community. We're like
Nope,
all
that's it.
Voltrons, man. We got so many channels building together at the same time. And I appreciate that. I'm glad
100%.
Kim and Zach are over there building that channel. It's only going to help the Rideshare community. That's it.
100%.
All right,
I
I can
still
answer
can't
this for you
believe-
guys. So I'm from.
Wow.
I drive in California in the Los Angeles market.
No, he sits in
Yeah.
parking lots in California in the Los Angeles market.
He sits in parking lots in Cali in a Tesla.
In a Tesla.
Eddie,
Don't
where you
forget
from?
that.
Yep, we Phoenix over here. Phoenix. That's right. No name. Jay in the house.
All right, Eddie, where
Yeah.
you from?
Austin,
Yeah,
Texas.
who you repping?
Austin, Texas.
Where you from?
Yeah, where you from?
I mainly drive the Fort Lauderdale market. Occasionally I get down into Miami. Occasionally I get up into Boca, but mainly Fort Lauderdale. Ron, where are you driving at?
Everywhere in Florida.
All right.
And you know what? I can attest to that. I can absolutely attest to that. I have seen Ron from Key West
Key
to
West.
Tampa to Orlando to Gainesville. Why Gainesville? I'll never understand. Tallahassee, Jacksonville. Ron is a true statewide driver.
My
I'll change
favorite
mine.
market,
See
huh?
that,
I'll-
Elvis?
My favorite market is the Keys. I love the Keys. One, it's
Hey
a
man,
beautiful
hush,
place to be
hush,
around.
hush, 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 hush,
Oh,
hush.
come on.
That's Fight Club. We don't talk about
So-
Fight Club stuff.
So I
No,
actually.
no, no, we don't talk about Fight Club stuff.
What's wrong with the keys? What's wrong with the keys?
You know what? Here goes another one. Here's more Fight Club stuff.
So
Would you like me to give you the PIN number to my debit card while we're at it?
so I do.
How much information do you?
I didn't.
I do. What's it called? I do LA.
I
and
didn't.
then
I didn't
do
know that was a
Ventura
hotspot.
County,
Okay.
and then I do down toward Anaheim,
That's right, no name.
which
I'm
is
just- I'm
Disneyland
just
in Los
saying.
Angeles.
And Omar, where do you drive besides the Hard Rock Casino Hotel?
Fight Club, stop it.
I got to put me in timeout. Hold up.
That's funny, that's funny.
God,
Hey, put his
God
elbow, that's funny.
damn it.
Yeah, look.
Our host,
Derek.
man, I swear.
Derek.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in South Florida, and I go wherever the money is. So I could be in Boca, I could be in West Palm,
Yeah.
I could be in Dade County. I mean, some days I'm in all three counties, and some days I have privates. Like, well, I'm not gonna say who. And yeah. So I go where the money is. Money is the same color everywhere to me.
That's true.
All right, hold on. We got a super chat here. Super chat here.
Woo! Thank you,
All
Derek.
right, now
We're getting rich. We're getting wealthy. We appreciate y'all.
Instead of a per hour pay, why not ask for a clear percentage pay? With 70% of the net fare plus tips be a fair wage? My brother, I'm not assuming your gender, but my brother or sister, I don't know. We don't know. And we got to keep Omar happy over here. He's going to start arguing with us. What if I told you that's what it used to be? When I first
That's when it
started,
was so transparent. When they was to tell us
75, 75.
no, when I started, X was 80-20.
I
80%
was
to the
70.
driver of the fare.
I thought it was 70
20
the whole entire time.
No,
No.
it was 80-20 when I first started. And
I
then
was 75-25.
It turned into 50-50.
Beginning of
Yeah, it was
2015.
50-50 during the pandemic, because I did an analysis of it, and I was getting less. I was getting anywhere from 50% to like 60%. Sometimes I was getting like 40%. It was crazy, but I did a whole analysis on my channel about it, showing the breakdown of what I was getting per ride versus what was being charged. Then they stopped showing me what was being charged because I knew they were up to something.
Yep.
They said they were like, we're going to test the point of elasticity for riders. We're going to see how much we can charge them before they don't want to ride. And we can't tell the drivers because the drivers are going to get upset that they're not getting that big chunk no more. So they started charging people 180. paying us 40. Because I mean, we'd be mad. We'd be like, wait a minute, $140. So I started saying, you know what? I don't even care what the passenger paid. If they're dumb enough to pay $140 for this ride, cool. This is all I want. Let me worry about me. So if I get this much, I could care less what that customer paid. That customer paid $5K for the ride. I could care less. Just give me the $100.
I mean, it's true. It's true what Jeff's saying. I've had to help people put in their ride, and I see what they paid. I'm just going to myself, are you effing kidding me?
Exactly. They're dumb enough to pay it. Hey, just pay me what I'm worth. If you want to pay it, knock yourself out.
By the way, Solo's questions aren't isn't it taking effect right now in certain areas, and they just basically
my market doesn't have it yet.
I haven't seen a date. I did a video on it. I didn't see a date they put out.
Yeah, I haven't seen a date.
Nope, I haven't seen the date yet.
I know the new quest for Uber started. I haven't received that yet. You guys have, but I haven't received that yet.
I don't get Lyft request. I don't get anything for Lyft. I get freaking strikes, three rides streak zones that are like freaking 30 minutes from my house. They never put one by my house. Never.
Yeah, they changed that. They were like, forget it. Y'all like, you better drive over to Fort Lauderdale. You ain't gonna
you know why I don't get them? You guys know why I don't get them no more? I can tell you exactly why I never get them anymore. They used to give me those 10 ride challenges, and we guarantee $120. I'd take one ride and make $130.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is not worth it.
That went on. They never did me any good. I don't know why they stopped giving them to me. I wasn't costing them no money.
Mm-hmm.
They can keep putting that carrot in front of me, and at least I can say, "Ooh, I get challenges." Even though I blow them out of the water in 1-2 rides, it's not the point.
Yeah.
You know why? Why stop giving me anything? Now you got as a pissed off driver again. Yep. Like, oh man, everybody gets it but me. You know, that's me.
Yeah, exactly.
See.
No, and what's probably going to happen is they're going to roll this out without saying anything. All of a sudden, it'll be gone.
Just see it.
And Vinny made a point a few days ago about the preferred. So the preferred ride type was a weird ride type for Lyft. It's not like a comfort compared with Uber. You have to have a specific type of car, but then on top of that, you got to have this percentage, and it's not everywhere. Like every passenger doesn't have a preferred ride type to choose from. They don't have it. Like comfort is everywhere. So what Vinny has said, and correct me if I'm wrong, is basically take Lux out, change the name to preferred, and lower the amount of dollars that they charge.
Oh, Driven Dad, I'm gonna get even with you for that one, buddy. Oh, am I gonna get even with you for that one, buddy? Bucky says, I don't agree with that. We need customers. If they feel they're getting worked over, they will find other ways. Exactly my point.
Yeah.
And Bucky, this is what I'm going to show you. Bucky. This is what I do every time somebody gets out of my car. I give them this.
I got something for Driven Dad. Hold on a minute.
You know what that is?
Listen,
Bucky?
you better have no Miller. You better have no Miller Lite either. No Miller Lite either. Okay, no Corona. Okay, Vinny. Yingling. You better get some Yingling. Okay, Yingling. Okay, Yingling.
He's got Budweiser.
It's like, that's why he just when these customers be like, these prices are killing me. I've got so many cards outstanding right now. People could always go, you know what? Just hit that one dude up that drop us off one day, man, because I'm not paying no $150.
Okay, this is the real deal. This is the real deal, brother. Okay.
Yeah. What's that say?
Gold rum.
Gold rum.
Camera's backwards.
This is Gosling's.
Gosling's.
Gold.
Oh, your camera's backwards.
Well, I don't give a damn. Shit, you've been drinking some of it then. This is gold.
Vinny, all his friends is dyslexic, so they don't think it's backwards. All of his friends love it.
Amen.
Hey,
Vinny, like Vinny,
that belongs to some cake. That belongs to some cake, Vinny. Just saying. That belongs in a cake.
This is straight from Bimini. This is real drink. Dovani is not allowed in Bimini. He's not allowed to leave the continental.
Hey, little kids, if you're on here, turn your face away. You're not supposed to look at this. If you identify as a 12-year-old,
they shouldn't be on the channel anyway, because anything is blocked under 18.
Oh, okay. Well, identify as a 21-year-old.
That's
all my cameras are straight. Okay? Believe my word. Vinny's connected to a dyslexic server. All his friends, they all from the clinic. They all dyslexic. He's used to it. They be reading this stuff like we don't know what you guys are talking about.
All I'm saying is, all I'm
Wait,
saying
Kiki's
is,
from Bahamas?
listen, Ron. God damn it, Ron. You know what? You got her Google phone number. Call her and ask her. You got her
Kiki is
Google
not from
phone
the
number. Call her.
Bahamas. She misunderstood. She's from my mama's. She thought it said Bahamas. Somebody said, "Where are you from?" My mama's. Oh, I'm from the Bahamas. Damn, I ain't know that shit. I'm Jamaican. No, my mama's. You from my mama house?
Oh, Thomas with the bros.
What's heat? You asking me what's heat? Right now, listen, I'm going to give you a warning. If you're waiting to hear the score of the game between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, you might as well just leave the show now because we got 4 minutes left. And if you don't want to know what's going on, I'm just saying. Because who was
You
it?
see one of them computer screens fly across the room, you've got your answer.
Bro, I've been watching this game the whole time. I've been watching the game the whole time on right next to the screen here. This is awesome.
That's called
Listen,
multi-app.
4:14. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Y'all are nuts. Y'all are nuts.
See, now you got me watching the damn game, y'all. Oh, give me buckets, baby.
Himmy, neutral.
Himothy.
Anyway, I'm just saying, if y'all don't want to know what the score of the game is, y'all better not be watching here. I remember when you could pick up or drop off at the airports down here. Yeah, what the hell? We all were grabbing a can.
Oh, you mean like illegally? Like when you almost got that $1,000 ticket? If the police saw you, had to hug your neighbor. Some people actually kiss each other on the mouth back in 2015 just to verify that was.
Oh, back in the day, yeah, bro.
Oh, I didn't do any kissing, but I did do hugging. I did do the hugging.
A lot of hugging, grab the,
Did the hugging. And you gotta warn the passengers, like, yo, when we get out, just we gotta dap it up.
Got a pretty girl there, let me just grab a cheek.
I'll take some heat buckets all day long, brother. I'll take heat buckets all day long. Yeah. So anyway, the whole point of the conversation was at some point drivers gotta be ready to accept what they feel they're worth, because at some point Uber and Lyft are going to capitulate. Yeah. Like they're going to keep running. At some point they're going to run out of drivers, and they're going to have to come to us. But like last night's show, somebody said something that it rubbed me the wrong way in the sense of, if you don't like it, don't drive. And while we all know that we have a choice, there are some of us out here that ain't got no choice. They need rideshare. They need rideshare to pay their bills or whatever it is. He's getting a white claw. He's getting a white claw. Kiki, you got the wrong kind of white guy here, buddy. You got the wrong kind of white guy here. White claw. That ain't no damn
alcohol. Kiki.
That ain't no alcohol.
Kiki. That's kind of, that he got coke in the hand and ain't no white claw guy. I'm just saying. Vinny, hold up, Vinny, real quick. Vinny, I knew what you were talking about when you said it this morning about what they said. I completely understand. But my thing is this: like, do they really? Why not McDonald's or Burger King? No, seriously, like, why not that? Why how do they need rideshare? That's other jobs.
Drivers need the rideshare.
Do they really need it? They do.
Yeah, I think that I'd probably say 70% of people that drive rideshare, they need that job.
But why can't they go to McDonald's or Burger King?
You need to look at my video called Rideshare Crack, Ron. Once you see that video about rideshare,
I've seen that video.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why rideshare is a necessary industry. You've got a bunch of people that either A, dropped out of high school, B, didn't get a college education, things like that. They go into rideshare, they can make $80,000 a year now. All you need to be is like 25 years old or 21 years old. You need to have a set of car keys and pay insurance. That's all you need. A lot of people never was able to afford to go to college. So rideshare is now their income.
But you don't need a college degree to go to McDonald's.
Rideshare makes them a very profitable people are buying houses with rideshare.
Yeah, they are.
Look how good. Look how good.
But you don't need a degree to go to McDonald's. That's what I'm saying.
So
why would you wait a minute? But wait a minute. Think about that though, Ron. When you work at McDonald's or you work anywhere else, you are locked into a certain amount of hours every day you got to work.
But Uber's the same thing. You got to only do 12 hours. You can't go over 12 hours, right?
No.
You
You can
don't
work
have
more than
to
12
work-
hours.
Do an
Ron.
18-hour day.
You can work doubles as nurses. You can do what you want to
If
do.
you're smart, Ron, you can work more than 12 hours.
You can
Well,
do
my
18
point
hours.
is-
With one ride app like Uber, if you got Uber and Lyft, then yes, right? You could do
You
24
can do it
hours.
with just Uber, and you can do an 18-hour day.
You're not locked into any specific hours. You work what you want to work when you work for Uber or Lyft. So maybe you got kids. Maybe you got kids that you got to take care of during the day, right? Maybe
Yeah, but
you
I still don't
gotta-
see. Okay.
You can't work McDonald's on your schedule.
No, you can, but the way
No,
the way
you
it's
can't.
coming off is if
You
it's
cannot work McDonald's on your schedule. You got to work on their schedule.
that's true. Like right now, I work. I have a job. I have a W-2. I work on their schedule. I understand that, but to say like they need it, I'm just saying.
Time out. Do you need Uber or Lyft right now, Ron?
Not really. I don't really need it.
Or your W?
Not
your-
really.
I have Uber and Lyft.
I do.
Wait a minute. Let me finish, please.
Okay, go. My bad.
You have to work a certain amount of hours, a set schedule with your W-2, correct?
Understood. Yeah.
You can survive on your W-2, correct?
Yeah.
Do you come home? Do you have to take care of a kid?
No, I don't have to take care of a kid. No.
Okay. Do you have to answer to somebody else? Do you have a spouse you're married to
No,
or
I
anything
don't
like
have
that?
to. No.
So you're only responsible for you, correct?
Yeah, for me, yeah, my individual self. Yeah.
Those are the people that can have no problem working a set schedule with what Jeff is telling you, right? But those that are responsible, that have kids, that have things that they have to do, that they can only work. Okay, I can go out work 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., come home, get the kids ready for school, get them off to school, then I can go back and work again. Then I get off to pick them up from school and I'm done for the day. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in those situations.
I get it, but what was happening before rideshare?
I was
What was
thinking.
happening
Doesn't
before
matter.
rideshare?
That shit, yeah, but that
Everybody's
shit's irrelevant.
so
It's irrelevant.
Shit.
No, it is relevant. What was those people doing before rideshare? You say that they need it.
They
I'm
were
just-
probably
A lot
they
of
were
people before
probably
rideshare were
collecting
drug dealers.
first if
And I'm
they
telling
had
you
kids
right
at the
now.
time. If they, because remember, rideshare's been around now what 10, 12 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so back then maybe they didn't have the kids. 10 years ago was huge. 5 years
There
ago
are
was
people
huge.
doing other things.
I'm
Vinny.
saying the people that had responsibilities of age,
Vinny,
what were they doing before rideshare? What I'm saying is you don't necessarily need rideshare. That's other options for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
tell that to
Vinny.
somebody.
The thing is-
Tell that.
Before rideshare, somebody was telling me how much I was worth. Now I'm telling them how much I'm
No,
worth.
but the thing is, you're still controlled by pay by Uber. Uber's giving you upfront fare and telling you what you're worth anyway. I'm still trying to understand what the need
But I've
is.
also learned how to
Okay.
create a customer
Well,
base.
well,
I
Ron?
show people the Cash App and the Venmos I get all the time. So all Uber did was help me realize who I was in the scheme of people logistics. That's all they helped
But
me
Jeff,
realize.
you could have started your own private company anyway. If you literally,
No, I couldn't.
you could have done it on marketing.
Not with the knowledge I had. You don't just wake up one day and go, "Hey, today I'm going to be a welding engineer." You can't you need knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge and the experience, you can't do it. That's
I
like me saying,
understand.
"Run tomorrow, you could be a ship engineer." No, you can't. You don't know shit about ships. So it's like you need to go work as an apprentice under somebody. You do an apprenticeship. You learn the business. You learn them. Then you say, "I'm going to go off on my own. Now I want to be my own plumber." I was a plumber for somebody else. I was a driver for somebody else. I was an electrician for somebody else. Apprenticeships are real. That's how you gain knowledge without going to college. Learning how to do catering, food delivery, driving people around.
Yeah, but
These
Ron,
apps are teaching you that through an apprenticeship, and they're paying you to learn. I can go out and be my own private driver now because now I know.
But you
I
could have
didn't
done
know
that before Uber. That's what I'm saying. But you
No,
have.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
Yes, you
That's
could.
like you saying I can be a plumber. I can't be a plumber. I don't know enough about plumbing. I gotta go work for a plumber.
No, but a plumber is a whole different skill than a rideshare driver. What do you?
Contractor. Driving is a different skill. Dude, I've driven for over 3 years. I ain't totaled a car yet.
I
You think
know
that shit's
because you're a
easy?
good driver.
Exactly. Not everybody is. This shit takes skills.
see,
All I'm
the,
gonna
the,
say
thing,
is-
the thing also
got to
too, Ron,
maintain these cars and work on these cars. There's a lot
See,
you got to do.
the thing is, once you get used to this driving, and you can drive as much as you want, you know,
It's the
but
freedom and flexibility is what makes Uber and Lyft and all the gig apps valuable and a necessary item, because now Parents don't have to pay for freaking childcare because now they can do it themselves. And they can, while their kid is in school, they can go out and attempt to make a living. When you're working for somebody, you have zero freedom. You have zero flexibility.
Me and
today's
Kiki,
world,
we're talking about
you
it.
still don't see it. That's okay.
It's still you got other. You could. If you're talking about being your own boss. If that's the idea, the concept.
Correct,
You
but the
could be
thing
your
is,
own
once-
boss doing
once you're
something other
own-
than a rideshare. It doesn't have to
The
be
thing is,
transportation.
How
is
much?
what I'm
How much
saying.
is it?
No,
How much
I
does it
know.
go-
But hold on, let me finish. The thing is, once you become your own boss, you can't go back to a 9 to 5. You'll never be able to go back to a 9 to 5. You know what? You know the feeling that you don't somebody telling you what to do when you
I
don't
know
need to?
that feeling. I was a full-time Uber driver. Now I don't have his responsibilities. I would say this: I'm not a father. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. But what I'm saying is that I went back to a 9 to 5. And what I'm saying is
Correct.
there's other things out there than saying that you need rideshare. That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's not what I
saying you
said.
need peace.
But that's
If
not
you
what I
need
said,
peace-
Ron. I said about
Yeah.
70% of the drivers out here need rideshare for whatever
Yeah,
reason. They need it.
that's what I'm arguing.
They need it.
70% don't need it.
But to sit there and say that every
I hear what you're
driver
saying.
has a choice,
They do. They have a
Okay.
choice. Vinny, they have a choice.
they do
People
not.
can make, first of all,
Most
but
of
we
them,
live
wait,
in a
wait,
country that you have
Ron. Most of
options
them
to do
came to
so.
rideshare because they feel like they don't have a choice.
Because they don't have, because nobody never told them the options. They think only rideshare. They got
No,
everybody got hooked on rideshare. That's why.
Okay,
That's
let
only
me
it.
respond to that.
Yeah.
So, if a person believes that they don't have options and there's no doors in front of them to reach, and they only know a few different ways that they can actually make themselves successful, sustain their lifestyle.
Ron, hold on, Ron. I'm sorry, Stephen. I got to get this off my chest. Ron, you would not have your W-2 right now if it wasn't for rideshare.
For this particular one, but I can hold on, wait. But for this particular
Okay,
W2.
wait.
But the thing is, I can go to another job with my managerial experience. I don't necessarily have to be also. I choose to be at this job. I can go to Macy's or other any retailer.
To realize is one thing. You keep talking about bouncing jobs because you don't have peace. Peace is when you're cool with what you do. I wake up every day.
But I have peace. I never said I
listen to nobody tell me shit. If somebody's having a bad day and they're like, Jeff, make sure you give me those copies and make sure you use red paper instead of blue paper and make sure you do. I don't gotta listen to that shit.
You don't wake up. No, that's not my point. The thing is but the thing is that 70% of people, what Vinny was saying, is that they need it because they don't have, they can't reach it. They could reach other entities. You can sell shirts. You could do other things. You could be a chef if you want and do your own private business. You don't need the ride share. There's other options out there if you go out and look for it. What I'm saying is, I think, but the thing is, it's this idea that it's only this here. I'm talking about a plethora of other things as well.
Well, need is a loaded. It's ambiguous because I need peace first and foremost. If rideshare gives me peace, then I need rideshare. If working in the office gives me peace, then I'm gonna work in the office. Need is the ambiguous part.
Understood.
So when I say need, all I really need is income. If I hit the lottery, then I don't need shit. I don't need nothing if I hit the lottery.
You're gonna need new friends. You're gonna need new friends.
Yeah, you need a job. Hit the lottery.
Jeff, can I get in here? Lottery. Wait, Jeff. If you hit the lottery, you're gonna need a new best friend, and I volunteer.
Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff's?
I'm gonna hire Vinny to be my driver, but this is the trick. We both gonna have Lambos going on the highway next to each other. I just need a wingman. That's it.
That's nice.
Wait.
They're gonna be like, wait a minute, why does Vinny always go somewhere with Jeff and they got Lambos all over the damn country? It's like, hey man, this is what we do. We're rideshare drivers.
Hey, Ron and Omar tell you, Lambos are a dime a dozen down here. They don't even. I ain't even impressed anymore with them damn things.
Yeah, all day. So listen, let me interject. Let me interject real quick here because you guys are attacking poor Ron, and I feel like Ron. I feel like listen. I feel like Ron. Wait. Ron might not be. I don't think anybody here is wrong. This is actually really not a debate, and I want to bring Brandon's perspective in here because he's not here, and my perspective as well. Brandon was successful at what he was doing, and he decided he wanted to quit that. He said it wasn't challenging for him, so more power to him. He could. He's one of those people that could do something else, but he chooses. Ron, remember, he chooses to do rideshare.
You said it.
I am in the same boat. I could go back to a W-2. I quit my W-2. I'm like to what was just being said by Ron. I can't deal with the hey, it's got to be red instead of blue. It's got to be black. You're late. I couldn't deal with that shit. I couldn't deal with it. So,
Yep. It's peace, man.
So
mentally, people cannot wake up every day and be mentally beat on with a W-2.
So here's the thing. Now here's the
That's
thing.
how the word "go postal" came up. Go postal was a W-2 term for people that just couldn't do it no more at their W-2, and they just went back and shot
I had to
everybody up.
explain that to somebody the other day.
So here's the thing, right? I could.
ahead.
So here's the thing. I could, if I want to, like I said, go back to a W-2. When I started doing this, it paid better. And so now it's frustrating because it's paying way less. Like I'm having to do 3 times the work to make the same amount of money. It's not, it's really it's really bugging me. But there's a little bit of laziness that's involved in it, and that you like to keep doing this. I can get in my car. I don't have to deal with a number of things, and I'll go do it. Even when you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to go down to Himmershey in Fort Lauderdale. I don't want to deal with these drunk assholes at 3 o'clock in the morning, but you know what? I'm going to go do it. Like, you make that choice. But some people, to Ron's point, can go and do something else. They choose not to. So that's the answer to your question, Ron, is that some people just, that's just where we are right now. Everyone's going to kind of gravitate to what they want to do. I mean, hey, dude, before OnlyFans existed, you could say a girl could go get a job, but now girls just want to stay home and be on the internet and floss. Hey, you know what? If you got it, make it. You know? So no one's wrong here. Vinny's not wrong, and Ron, you're not wrong for saying that people need to go get jobs or whatever it is. It's sometimes jobs aren't for everybody, and sometimes I know people. I have a cousin who had to go to college 2 times because she got a degree that was worthless, and then she went and did something else. So I mean, that, you know, like there's a whole bunch of angles to look at it, and while you're doing that, you could do rideshare. So again, it could be a stepping stone to something else, or it could just be something. You know, it's not necessarily that nobody needs it. I wouldn't say, hey, nobody needs this. They could go somewhere else.
You can join us Monday to Thursday when we day trade in the morning. Then we can make it 3 Uber drivers trying to find a way out of ride sharing.
Oh, and to Jeff's point, if I hit it in the market, let me tell you, if I hit it in the market, Uber and Lyft, you see my phone? See my phone?
Yes. Oh my God, throw that. He gonna throw it and get a beeper. He's like, dude, just beat me when you got time.
Exactly. I'm gonna go back to 1990. If you need me, yep.
Just beat me.
Oh, where's that beeper?
Look, I got into rideshare. I got into rideshare because I was really interested in it, and it was a way for me to make extra money so I could put in my savings and I could go on vacation with it.
Stop. And it was easy. Add that. It was easy.
That was me. That was when I first started in 2015.
So you needed rideshare. You needed rideshare to be able to put money into a savings account and get yourself ahead. Correct.
But I can't. But maybe I should I should say it differently. Extra money. Because I was having savings for my
money is money. Ain't no such thing as extra
money.
No,
what I'm saying is because if I didn't have the rideshare, I still would have been able to save and go on vacation with Macy's, regardless if I didn't have rideshare or not.
It would have took you a lot longer to do it, though.
Not really. No, not really. In a sense, you could say I'm being greedy.
But it gave him the flexibility to work extra hours when he wanted to work extra hours. That's a fact.
My thing is when I heard him last night and what they were saying on the Rideshare Guy channel. Damn, he took his hat off. Jeez. Oh man.
Ron, you got me drinking now, brother.
No, don't drink too much. Don't drink too much.
He got in Rideshare because it was easy. He won't say the peaceful aspect of it all. When something is very complicated and hard to get into, you're not going to invest to get into it. Rideshare is easy to get into, which makes a lot of people get into it. Once it's easy to get into and you got that ease of downloading $200 a day, it becomes addictive like crack money. Because I can just go outside right now, make $300 before the morning. I could pay 4 bills with that real quick. It's crack money. It's easy.
See, the driven dad says I need rideshare to make extra money. No,
rideshare provides what they need. They need the ease, the flexibility, the peace. Yes. You have a basic human need, which is intrinsic. It's something you can't feel. It's intangible. It's called peace. It's called love. It's called contact. Once you get that, you're going to gravitate toward that. Rideshare gives you the peace, the flexibility, the intrinsic value of just being who you are. A job is controlling. It is way too controlling.
But hold on, wait a minute. Rideshare has its control as well.
everybody has control.
Correct, but we can
Being
manipulate
somebody's
it.
brother and
But what are
sister
the
has a level of
levels?
control.
Yeah, what are the levels? That's what
I
matters.
was with you, Ron. I was with you, Ron, when you said, you could, like you can go make easy money and then go pay bills. But then when you said, the control thing about a W-2, dude, the apps fucking control us too, man. In a bad way too.
But hold on,
Sometimes.
wait a minute.
In
That's
fact, the apps got us here on YouTube right now on a Wednesday night because it's dead as fuck outside.
Yeah.
Tony said, "You hit that rideshare pipe, man. I'm just going to pick up."
My thing is, I understood what the Rideshare Guy channel was talking about when they were like, if you don't like it, you can leave.
Hurry up, pick people up.
I think, but then
got that surge coming.
You gotta sit. Okay, so but when it comes to ride sharing, I balance out my weeks. My good weeks with my bad week, or my bad months. My good ones with my bad months. I average my first year was $11K a month. That's how much my average was.
And how many hours were you working, Eddie? How many hours were you working to get that 11,000?
I gotta ask, how many hours were you working? Because how many pool rides were you doing, bro?
Dude, I was working like a horse.
Were you working more than 12 hours a day?
Yeah.
$1 tip.
That was right. It was during the pandemic.
What I missed.
If you quit,
but you know what's crazy?
We're talking about hits.
People weren't making any money, and then if you quit your job, where would you go to work? That's what was going on.
You need something easy to get into. That's
so
where
I knew that ride sharing. I knew that ride sharing was a thing, because people still, a lot of business owners were saying, "Fuck this! I'm opening my business up. I'm not shutting down."
Yeah,
and that was here, and those people needed rides.
Somebody in the comment section said that ride share is easy.
It's easy to get into, and it's easy to get out.
It's easy to get into. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of the only businesses you can get into.
Cherry picking, just.
But this particular thing though, it's market to market. Because Eddie, you were just saying that you were working really a lot during the pandemic.
Bad,
you know how bad it got down here in South Florida? I mean, seriously, it rideshare died literally down here for like 6 months. I would have my app on and forget that I had my app on. It would just get timed out.
It happens.
Yeah, no. So, what was going on was that a lot of people that were business owners that were committing suicide. That was the thing that they were not reporting on the news. Not only that, people were desperate, so they were looking for anything. I was one of them. I had to do something.
See, rideshare is one of the only businesses you can actually invest money into the equipment of, and you can migrate that equipment to another.
You just get up and go. You're good and you drive, you make money.
SUV, and you can use that SUV now to get you to a W-2. But you was using it for rideshare at first. But now you can take that car and get to your W-2, or you can use that car to tow a trailer. Let's say you got an F350. You can tow trailers from auctions for people that like small dealerships that need somebody to drop cars off for $200 a pop. You can do that shit all day. I mean, it's the only industry you can invest into. Take that same equipment, migrate it to anything else. It's easy to get in, easy to get out. But it's that ride share, that crack addict shit, that instant $200, $300 download you can get just from going out for a couple hours. You don't get that shit from a W-2.
See, but Ron, I didn't see it when that was happening to me, and I was making all that money. I didn't take that vacation. I didn't buy those unnecessary things. I didn't go out and blow my money away. I actually took my money and I invested it, and I bought myself a computer, screens, table. I bought myself an electric motorcycle, which that thing saved my life a whole bunch of times. So I invested my money to make sure that if this crap happened again, I got something, to work with.
And like Bucky said, there's no progression.
And if my truck breaks down, I'm doing deliveries on my freaking motorcycle, by the way.
Yeah. But Bucky says there's no progression in rideshare. But I kind of I bought a Jeep to start rideshare with, took a 60-month loan, paid it off in 24 months doing rideshare, built the Jeep. Jeep is built. That's my toy now. Went out and bought a BMW. I progressed up to a whole nother level. Using that BMW, I could do private rides, luxury rides, anything I want to do. So I'm progressing. Uber is not going to progress me. You got to be a progressive person. I went out and bought.
Let's put where is Sergio? Let's put Sergio on the spot, because Sergio doesn't need to ride share. He just does it because he likes it.
She's part of the 30%.
You know, Novus. Where's Novus Bets? He was in here. Novus, that little bastard. He don't need to drive. But he drive because he likes it. You know, I want to be where Sergio is, and I want to be where Novus Bets is. It's like, fuck. So they're on the opposite side. Okay? Yeah. That's why I like to talk to them every once in a while.
You need more leverage in life, Eddie. Right now, I'm going to tell you why you don't have leverage in life. You are a consumer. Once you start getting land, go buy some land, buy a house, get equity with banks. In the financial system, you need equity. Without equity, you are a cog in the wheel. You are nothing but money in somebody else's pocket. The landlord's pocket building his corporation. You're in
really easy
building their corporation. You've got to go to the other side. You've got to make that leap. You have to say, you know what? I'm done this year. I'm making that leap, and just make it.
That's right. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and you know what? And
there is no instructional booklet on how to get there.
Right. And to Ron's point, you could, like you said, you can invest. You could buy a Porsche, do basic rides all day long. You know, I mean,
exactly.
I think people are losing the point because I'm looking at the comments and they think I'm only talking about W2 only. I'm talking about W2 and any other business that you can get into to create yourself. It's not just only W2.
What would be awesome to know, what really would be awesome to know is how many people dropped their W2s, picked up the gig economy, whether it's rideshare, food delivery, whatever it is, and actually got their own business going.
I think a lot of people did. I met a young lady. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this example. I met a lady at the Fort Lauderdale airport last year. And because of rideshare, she was able to open her own massage parlor, like a mobile massage parlor.
Okay,
Ron.
There's still some liability involved in that. You hit them on the wrong nerve and you mess them up. They come walking out of that massage parlor limping and shit. You got to go to the doctor or a chiropractor now. That shit happens.
We're losing control.
Man, you have progressive liability insurance with massage parlor. You fuck around somebody neck.
This is why I love Listen, I called it at 10 o'clock. I called it at 10 o'clock. This show was going to go off the rails tonight.
You did say that.
At 10 o'clock.
I'm not even in the.
Wait. There's more to this story. She said that she started a massage parlor. And what else?
I'm saying it was a mobile massage parlor. You guys are bad. A mobile massage parlor.
The massage was in your car. That's what made it mobile.
But without rideshare, she wouldn't
have back seat. That's not a mobile massage parlor, Ron.
He's questioning everything you're saying, bro.
Hey, so she showed you the front of the menu.
Shit is mobile now.
She showed you the front of the menu, and then she
showed
you
the
back
SoFlo,
menu, right?
SoFlo, relax, SoFlo, relax.
She hustled, right? Ron. You got hustled.
She showed me.
Why are you thinking though, Ron? He's saying, did the store come with the happy
There was one menu, and then there was another menu, right?
Kiki. Oh wow, Kiki.
Flip it over. Hey, you gotta flip it over. That's the back package.
You know, hey, Ron, 10 years ago, it wasn't called the mobile massage parlor. It was called walking the stroll. It's the same shit, buddy. Same shit.
Ron, like, y'all mess with me, man. No, but that's another thing,
Listen,
though.
I love Ron to death. I love Ron to death.
Vinny, you got to stop calling out things and predicting things because every time you say something, it comes true. This is literally gone off the rail. The bright line has got off the tracks.
It is, and it's awesome. It's awesome, though, man. Listen. This is the garage. This is what we do.
Hey.
I don't have a sword. I'm gonna get a sword, probably.
We could sit here. We could sit here and talk numbers and not have any fun. Listen, I adamantly, vehemently disagree with Ron tonight, but I love Ron like a brother.
Yeah,
right.
Funny.
Jeff, I can always count on Jeff to take it to another level.
Yep.
Right. Always. That's why I love this guy. Jeff talks, #1 motivator in rideshare. Absolutely spits the truth. Omar, I can count on me and Omar each calling each other asshole like 4 times on a show. It's guaranteed to happen, right? We still got, but Omar, I still owe you one more. Eddie is just sitting there, his ass is stinking up. That's what he's telling everybody in the private chat, you know. And Steven's gonna take us home with the quiet storm. You'll never find. Okay, it's the way it is.
Joe.
If you can't have fun on this channel, you should not be here. If you ain't having fun with us, you should not be here.
Man.
Great discussion.
Novice Bet says it's Jeff's fault.
No, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
But I tell people that rideshare is it's a personal choice that people got to use to use that money to go out and do something that you want to do. Because it's like I said, it's gonna come to you in waves. Sometimes it ain't gonna be there. That's why when everybody was going on strike last year, I told people, do not do that. Go out and hit it while it's hard, because shit's about to get slow. And when it got slow, we all made it
going
through.
on vacations.
Yeah,
I'm hoping people will watch the show.
Man, we
I
got
hope people tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It is a great opportunity, but not the opportunity. It's just an opportunity
100%.
And to get your bearings together. And they give you the letter. You go get a job. You ain't got time to get your bearings together. You got people in the office stabbing you in the back trying to get you fired because they want to be promoted. People lying on you because they didn't get a raise.
I am just
hoping
realize
deal with office life, man.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that people.
If you ever watch my show, stop going out to expensive restaurants with your wife. Dude, cut it out.
Exactly.
You're wasting your money on just cook at home. Yeah.
I got that.
When there is money, he doesn't complain, but then he spends it all, and then when it gets slow, he goes, "Oh, there's no money out there.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm gonna do."
Man.
Well, that's why squirrels bury nuts in the fall and in the spring so they don't starve in the winter.
That's right.
We were talking about this.
Survival of the fittest, man. Survival of the most intelligent. Even animals know how to be intelligent and do that. They will store stuff up when it's good and say, "Hey, because it's about to get bad." But you got humans that outthink they own, and they create their own demise. It's busy as hell, money all over the place. We're gonna stay home and not drive. What kind of fucking sense does that make? Wait till it's slow. It's like,
but I can never understand. I can never understand them. I remember 2016. This lady came up to me and she was like, "We're gonna do a protest at Bayfront Park because Uber had lowered the fares in January. It's like January 2016. They lowered the fares." Yeah. And I was like, "I'm not gonna go to Bayfront Park and go protest against this company. I'm making my extra money. I'm trying to go. I want to go to freaking Orlando."
You can protest to get attention at any point in time. You could protest today, right now. I can go get 5 poster boards, popsicle sticks on the motherfucker. We can all go outside. Guarantee somebody gonna see us, and they're gonna say, "What are you guys protesting?" This. But see, I made money all day yesterday. Today, while I'm not making money, I'm on the corner with my popsicle sticks and shit. So you can protest whenever you want to. Why you choosing a busy time makes no sense to me. Wait till it's slow. Go out, promote your message with that time. And then when you're done with the message, when it gets busy, go out and make that money from the same damn company you protesting against. But at least you're getting paid. It's like you got to do this shit the smart way. That's just how I roll though. Because I'm not gonna be, ass out. People like, "Oh man, I gotta go back to a W-2 because I was protesting all fucking last year." That's on you. That's a choice.
And Eddie made a valued point there.
What's that?
And I don't know who else said it, but it's true. Like, dude, once you get addicted to the freedom and flexibility of working your own hours, right? And I think driver frustration comes from 2 things. Not just when they cut our earning potential back, because that's what I like to call it, earning potential. Not only that, but then we get frustrated because even in the good times, right? We're used to, "Oh man, I can go out, work 4 hours a night, make a couple $100 and go back home." Now in the summer, it's like, "Uh-oh, where's the rides? Uh-oh, where's the rides?" But wait, drivers don't want to have to put in 8 hours or 9 hours instead of 4 hours.
That's why
I think there's another part of that too, Vinny.
Wait, but I'd like to finish this one first, though. If there's no demand, then there's more supply.
Yeah.
Right. When there's no demand, you have more supply. So now the reason we brought this channel together like this was because we're trying to help people pivot into other things.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to move more hours. You got to do more shit.
Well, I tell
Go ahead,
everybody,
Steven,
you
I'm
are
sorry.
not entitled to success just because you expect to be successful. You ain't entitled to that. You got to work.
Put in the work.
It's gonna be hard. You're gonna hit some valleys, but you're gonna get to
What's
some.
Eddie doing?
But everybody
What's
gets
he
mad
doing?
at Rideshare the moment they hit a valley. Sorry, that shit happens in every industry you ever do, whether you doing pool equipment or anything else. Was that
Wrong
you doing
person.
pool equipment or anything else? You're gonna hit a valley. You ain't entitled to making a ton of money every day because you feel you want to make money every day. We all want to make money every day. We ain't entitled to it. It's either gonna happen or it's not. You got to keep working at it though. Even when shit goes downhill, you got to keep working at it. You can, oh man, I ain't making money today.
Hold on.
Go out and get that money.
I just want it noted that none of us on the panel said this, but I think everyone on the panel completely agrees.
The nutty.
That'd be funny.
Some things I like to let it the protest I don't like too much.
She's gonna pop up
Hey,
on the chat
I
now.
like to cherry pick like Jeff. Pick my way to zero.
I'm just saying, 9%, baby. Remember that 9%.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I got to say.
Go from $10 to $10 now.
You know what though? But you know what though? Serious talk. That guy's got a place here too, because there are some good things that he does bring up. There are some absolute. I don't watch him. There are some absolutely good videos that he's made that I think have been valuable to the rideshare community. So with that, I mean, I give everybody their due. Even like Dustin is Driving or one of those channels that they just feed off people's drama and sorrows and anger and fear, right? Even those channels do serve a purpose because you might actually see something and then all of a sudden you find yourself in that situation. And it triggers you to react the way you need to keep yourself safe. So everybody's got a place, now how far you take that place and where you try to position yourself like you're above everybody else. Well, fuck you and fuck that. And you know what they say, fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying?
Whiteboard.
Exactly.
So anyway,
it's like the cherry pick. You can cherry pick your way to zero real quick because y'all saw me the other night at the end of my video with a $20 surge sitting on that shit for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh, I saw
nothing. Sometimes you can cherry pick your way to zero.
I was pissed. I was like, yo, when he gonna get a trip?
Nope.
And that was like, I know
when
I
turned it off, I stopped recording. I turned it off. I turned it back on. These motherfuckers, I live by the airport. They try to give me a ride to the airport. I declined that shit. I said, nope, I ain't driving with it. If I ain't got that 20, I'm going home on my own gas. Fuck y'all. Sometimes you cherry pick your way to zero, but I stood my ground. I knew they wanted me to get rid of the 20 so they can give me an airport ride. Somebody was at the fucking hotel trying to get there, and I'm sitting right there. I said, nope, y'all play me. I'm going home eating fucking breakfast. I'm riding, listening to my music. I'm out.
Yeah, that's sad.
Sometimes you got to do that shit, man, just to make your point. Like, I don't need the money that bad. Nope. I need the respect. Respect me, respect my time. I'll respect you and respect your passengers. If you don't respect me, fucking I'm on my way home. And that's just how I gotta be.
Ride a bike.
Business is business.
Ride a bike or rent a damn scooter.
Yeah. I was gonna add on to what you said, Vinny. If you don't also look for something in the times that you're making this extra money in order to invest into, then you're gonna have a problem. That's gonna frustrate you, make you angry with yourself when it's in the slow times. And I mean, we were just talking about this before the start of the stream. Finding new avenues and things that you can get into in your local area that is valuable to the community that you can turn into a profitable business. I think, let me see if I can see his name. He should be in the chat. Bucky had mentioned what I was talking to Vinny about, starting a pressure washing business so that you can, you'd be surprised how cheap the machinery is. And if you have a truck or vehicle that can bring the tools around, how many people just don't want to deal with cleaning the exterior of a house or a building and how much they will pay for that. And you just got to be willing to put these same dead hours that we get when we're out looking for rides. You could be putting into doing sweat equity advertising. you know, for yourself.
Going to business
So that
part.
you can do a business that is very profitable. Cleaning roofs is a very profitable business. Cleaning gutters is very profitable. And that's something that I'm actually working on getting into.
Hey, hold on. Glide. Hey, Glide. How you doing, buddy? How's your night going? How's your night going, Glide?
No, wait, hold on. I think that's a good name. Vinny's Crystal.
Vinny's Crystal
Just
Shop.
on Saturday.
Are you that mad at me? Are you that mad at me because I disagree with you? Trying to get me arrested?
No, I'm not.
Now you trying to get me arrested? I know where you work. I'll
Yeah,
order
you
a
do.
ride. I'll order a ride and 1-star you, goddammit.
Yeah, Vinny's like, hey, this is Crystal Shop. It's either I'm gonna be on Rideshare crack, I'm gonna be on crystal meth. One of the two. I'm gonna do something. Well,
right, hey, let me do some housekeeping.
One of the two.
Let me get some housekeeping done real quick. Up in the upper left-hand corner, we have Kiara's Uber Eats ebook. We have plenty of people that will testify and justify the purchase of this book. They have used it and they are making money. So that's on the upper left-hand corner. These links will be in the description. Eddie's $5 ebook, which is going to be on sale now for $2.99 because we have no Quest no more. So I'm joking. It's $5 ebook, $5 ebook.
Yes,
And
I gotta go put a discount code.
yeah, bro. I think so. No, he's been adding addendums to it. This is the thing. This is what's good about Kiara and Eddie and these ebooks. Seriously, as things change with the apps, they add things to their books.
Yep.
So it's not like it's a one and done from 2 years ago. These aren't what they call evergreen. Well, no, these are evergreen content. So they're always updating and trying to make sure that they're giving good advice because they know how hard you work for your money. So I just figured I wanted to put this out here and get a few things going.
Can I testify on Kiki's book, on the Queen's book? So
you can, as long as you don't slobber over it.
Oh gosh, I might have done that maybe last week. But anyway, so I bought Kiki's book some time ago, and I started to read it.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. But just real quick, this is the testimony that I'm talking about. So part of the book, you guys got to get it. She did talk about it on this live, where she was on live with us before. Talked about the pricing of homes. So she was usually doing it for deliveries. I don't usually do deliveries. I usually do Rideshare. And because I got the Tesla, I got Premier. So I used her book for my Premier trips. And I realized that when I'm in those areas, I'll kind of crank out 1 or 2 Premier trips because of that strategy. So nonetheless, if you're looking to get into Uber Eats, I totally recommend that Uber Eats ebook. Get it now. It's downloadable. I think it's also PDF format, and it'll work with your iPhone and Android. Literally sit down and read it for like 10 minutes, parts of it, and you'll be able to go ahead and make extra money on top of what you're making. Yeah. Eddie's book really inspired me to be looking at understanding surges. Even though I've been doing this for 7 years, it's always good to keep getting educated in this rideshare game. So if you're out there, or if you know somebody that's about to start rideshare or even food delivery, please forward them these books so they can go ahead and get educated first. That's one of the opportunities that a new driver and a new delivery driver.
And by the way, on my ebook, I don't have cherry picking in there because for new drivers, I don't actually encourage cherry picking.
Yeah.
And so
you gotta be a master at it. That's Jeff. Jeff will train you on that stuff. Yeah. Even I still don't cherry pick.
Good question.
Cherry picking is a highly profitable. You have to know your market in order to cherry pick. If you don't know your market, you're gonna screw yourself, especially if you're a new driver. So cherry picking as a new driver might be harder to do. Know your market. I know my market pretty well. So I can go out, I can drive 200 miles, make almost $500 in 200 miles. That's only half a tank of gas, and that costs me $35 to make 500. So I do that all day. Takes me 2 nights. In 2 nights, I can make a G. I do it all the time. And I show people the only way I do that is through cherry picking. I don't take 100% rides and all that because there's too much cheap shit out there that I know somebody else needs to take so they can complete a quest. So I let them have all the quest rides. I'm going for the high dollar rides. And that's how we kind of help each other in this industry. I don't hate people that take 100% of the rides, just like I don't hate cherry pickers, and I hope they don't hate cherry pickers. Because I remember Aaron from Uber Lyft Phoenix used to say all the time, well, people need to take the cheap shit. And I used to laugh, but now I'm like, damn, he's right. People do need to take the cheap shit because that leaves the good shit on my plate. Because while you're screwing around with the cheap shit, you're leaving the gate open for that good ride, $138 ride for 1 hour to pop up. That's my shit. Because while someone else is doing a little bitty $20 ride, $30 rides, I got a video. That $138 for 1 hour ride popped up. That's for a cherry picker like me. That's not for a cheap shit rider like most of these people. That was too much of a ride for them. I'm looking for those type of rides. So yeah, we do need somebody to take that shit out there. We do. And I agree with Uber Lyft Phoenix. A lot of people be like, oh, nobody needs to cherry pick. Cherry picking is bad for an industry. No, it's good for my fucking bank account. You can take every ride you want. Knock yourself out. Because drivers like me are sitting in the cut, doing like this. We just scrolling, sitting in the cut. Because as soon as you take that little $4 for 5 mile ride, right behind that is $19 for 3 miles. That's mine.
Amen. Yep.
And Jeff said it perfectly there.
And wait a minute, I'm gonna back Jeff up on this, right? I don't do it that way, but Jeff's got videos, 3 or 4 videos that he's showing you. He's scouting rides, and next thing you know, he's $450 on his shift that night.
Out of 15 rides.
Doing Uber Eats, and mixing in a couple of Lyft Lux in there. It's true. It's
We
true.
got a couple of questions too.
You balance it out.
All right,
And I
so
tell people, you can average $10 a ride, or you can average $30 to $40 a ride, and it's only going to take you 5 hours. You sitting on $500 in 5 hours. There's a way to do it, but you have to know your market. You cannot do it if you don't know your market. It's impossible to do it without market knowledge. You're gonna screw yourself if you don't have market knowledge. Trying to cherry pick.
I want to address App Rides, because App Rides he's been coming on the channel a lot, and we appreciate him. And yes, we know you take 100% acceptance and 0 cancellation. We get that, and you're making $2,000 a month. That's fine for some people.
Yeah,
but some people don't want to do that. While some people want to do it Jeff's way, some people wants to do it your way. Guess what? There's no right or wrong way. It's whatever works for you.
exactly. Like
The whole purpose of the Rideshare Garage is to help people develop their own style.
Yeah.
When I'm trading with Eddie in the morning, you've got 3 or 4 people, right, trying to show him one way, trying to show him another way. At the end of the day, I don't give a flying who you are. Once you get your experience and you see what works for you, it ain't gonna matter how anybody else does it.
Exactly.
So God bless you. Do your thing. Nobody is 100% correct, but nobody's 100% wrong either.
Yep. Everybody.
I mean, I feel like I need to say that to App Rides, because sometimes some of the statements that I hear from drivers, and I'm not saying you App Rides, don't get me wrong. I'm not coming at you. I'm coming at in general. You got half the people that say, no, it's got to be my way. And then you got another half of people say, no, it's got to be my way. And then you got the rest of us in the middle. It's like, well, what the fuck are these two arguing about? Because I'm making my money anyway.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So,
And like I said,
everybody's got their own
taking all the shit and leaving me with all the sugar. Because like I said, you did 10,000 rides in 2 years. I did 10,000 in about 3.5. But I guarantee I made more on my 10,000 rides than you made your 10,000 rides. And I've done more Uber X than I've done Lux.
We didn't answer the question.
And it's like,
what's that, Steven?
We didn't answer the question. I put that comment up because it had a question in it for all of us.
Which comment? Go ahead and put the comment up. You're talking about.
App Rides. What he was talking about
Hold on, I got
the
it.
market is really saturated also.
So
So
that's
all
not
these guys,
not
I'm
solid.
asking you one question. Do you think the rideshare game is over? Saturated with too many drivers?
No, the Rideshare game is not over. It's not over.
it's evolving right now. And Jeff Harris
it's
said,
going through.
how many hours do you got to work to make that 2 Gs? Like I can make 2 Gs in about 24 to 30 hours. If you tell me I got to work 80 hours to make the same amount, I'm not working those 80 fucking hours. I'm not. I'll do it in 24 to 30. I can make, like I said, I show people where I made $3,600 in 50 hours. It's possible, but you got to know your market knowledge. It's impossible.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't work 30, 40 hours and make $2,000.
I can't.
I can't
You
do it.
know your market.
I have to work at least. I have to work at least 60.
One at a time.
I leave high traffic areas. I don't even go when it's an event. I go the opposite fucking direction because if it's an event and all the drivers at the event, guess what's necessary? People who've been waiting on rides for 30, 40 minutes because ain't no cars in the area. I'm getting $10 tips, $15 tips on every single short bar hop. In an hour, I'm making $80 an hour doing bar hop because everybody's at the event.
And see, and that's but that was something that I experienced different in your market compared to mine because I got to experience your market and I get what you're saying. The problem is that mine has way more pockets that are separate and to bar hop is not as it doesn't happen as much in LA or there's too many drivers in the area to make it where that gives me the same profit that you get in your market. Because I was making more money over in Arizona than I was making in LA.
You want me to tell you why? Because the legislation.
And I didn't even know your market yet.
This is a zero tolerance state. You can't even have one beer and drive. You can get a DUI for that. Other states, you have to be at 8%. Here, you don't even need to blow a percent. All they need to know is you drank a beer. You get a DUI. Ain't nobody paying 10 to 15 G's for that. You'll drink one beer and be like, I'm calling the Uber.
So driving around in LA and like Eddie was saying for his market too, he can't. For me to make $1,000, I need to work at least 2 days, if not 3. And then catch. And then I'm probably trying to catch incentives because the long rides, nobody's willing. You get a lot of people that aren't willing to pay for the higher end rides, or you have to have access to Uber Black in order to get the higher end clients, which requires to have your card paid off.
Man, so and like I said, it's not about legislation. We've got zero tolerance laws. So I can go to any place and I can just bar hop all day, making 1 or 2 mile rides, $15, $20 a ride with Surge Connect. And I show that shit on some of my videos. I'm only going a mile or two making $20 because it's a zero tolerance state. You cannot drink and drive here. Therefore, Uber drivers make a killing. All I got to do is just sit by a bar. I'm 100%. I'm going to get like the other night. I was sitting by that bar. I was like, I'm sitting in the parking lot right next to a bar. I'm guaranteed to get a ride. Those motherfuckers throttled me. Let me get a ride for 3 hours. They knew what I was doing. They like, this motherfucker sitting on a $20 surge right next to the bar. We're screwed. They knew I was going to get them. So what did they do? They just paused my app. They turned me off. So,
I agree. If you could jump around from different market, go for it.
Yeah. Here's my thing. Yes, I think the markets there are a lot more drivers. I agree there are a lot more drivers, but I'll say it's oversaturated when they stop sending me 7 mile away pickups.
Yeah.
When they stop sending me 7 mile away pickups.
Then it becomes
that the ride. That the ride. 7 miles. That the ride's only That the ride's only going 2 miles.
Exactly.
7 miles to go pick up, 2 miles from pick up to drop off. Mm-hmm. When they stop sending me them goddamn, vacation trips to go pick up, that's what I'm saying. And it's not like the pay is bad. The payout is awesome.
But it ain't no driver around.
But if I'm the closest guy at 7 miles away,
Vinny drives like me. Right? Let everybody go to where the events and everything are because all the rides are close. I go further away, so my pickups are 6 miles, 7 miles. Each one of my rides are like $20, $30 a piece. Each ride is like $30. 6 miles away for a 5 mile ride, $30.
Wait. That guy said you made $300,000 for the year.
I have no idea.
$300,000 1099. Who knows?
Well, hold on. I want to answer that question. I agree with Vinny. This was happening to me yesterday in Miami. And Miami, you would think, Miami got a bunch of drivers down. I mean, everybody and their
we got a lot of drivers.
Yeah,
down, especially in the Miami part of the market. I mean, like city of Miami. And I was on the highway and going north, and I was getting trips 10 minutes away west. And I was just like, wait a minute. Hialeah is saturated, and from my viewership, it's saturated with drivers. I mean, the Cubans in this particular area, like you guys were saying, it's easy to get into. It is easy to get into rideshare, especially if you're a non-English speaker.
They might have had some drivers throttled out. Like when I was at that bar the other night, I'm sitting right in the bar. I saw 2 other drivers. I saw an Uber driver and a Lyft driver pull into that lot. Why wasn't I given a ride? They probably came from 10 miles away, and I'm sitting right there. But they had me throttled. That was the whole trick. So the app might be throttling certain drivers who got too much money, or they're sitting on a surge, or sitting on the bonus, or sitting on the street. They don't want them to get. So they're gonna pull somebody from far away to eat up.
Uber got to be careful with that. They definitely got to be careful with that because somebody can call it discrimination against a driver.
It is definitely. I do it.
It is a discrimination. 100%.
Man,
I'm unique to go.
It's only wait. It's only discrimination if you can prove it.
True.
exactly.
And that's the bot. But this is why I said in my video,
Everybody
I do believe they are low key shadow banning accounts with low acceptance ratings now. I think they've thrown that in the mix of the algorithm, but we will never know because they're not transparent.
Yep. And not all of us speak about
And
how
nobody's
we're being
forcing them to
treated
be.
at.
And Colorado was trying to force them with that piece of legislation. And some kind of way, the two Democrats, the party of the working man, the Democrats, they are the ones who said no to the bill. So it didn't even get a shot on the floor.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they're in bed. I think they're in bed with Uber.
Well, whatever it is. Wait a minute.
Taxes. They pay a lot in taxes.
Hey, hold on. Congratulations. I've watched your channel. You're doing a hell of a job, and I commend you for that. Well, thank you, App Rides. I believe that. I appreciate that. We're trying to help everybody, man. We ain't got no hate for nobody. Not even the 9%ers. The 9%ers are even our friends.
Somebody asked, how long do you think to get to know their market? I have this little phase that I call the discovery phase. And my discovery phase is working 7 days a week, 12 hours every day until I figure out my market.
I'm gonna tell you the best way that I figured out the Arizona market. On my phone, I get notifications from like all of these little city local newspapers and shit. I get all the fucking notifications for them, so I can just go through seeing who's having a festival, who's having an event, who's having this. I don't get any major news. I get Newsweek, I think, but for the most part, get all small Arizona. Get Scottsdale Times. Get Chandler Times. You get all these little small local papers, so you know what's going on in the market you live in. Just driving around, you're missing a whole lot of things that are planned in your market, a whole lot of things that are routine and annual, biannual, quarterly. You missing all of that stuff because you see, hey, this is the biannual, cherry pickers convention. You're like, oh shit, so this goes on twice a year. There's a lot you can learn just from looking in local papers and just reading that shit. I read a lot. I'm always going through local papers, and I'll be screenshotting some shit, or I do articles and I put them inside of our little private chat all the time for just to show people what's going on out here in Arizona, because I need to know my market. So I need to read, research, pay attention to what's going on. If I just base it on the streets I drive on, it's kind of like being in a boat, but not having a sonar on your fucking boat. You just floating on top of the water. You have no idea what's up under you or around you or anywhere. You need those local papers because that's your sonar. That's what's telling you what's going on out there.
And then it depends. There's other ways that you can go about it. Like there's the app Gridwise that allows you to look at what areas are busy. This is before Uber and Lyft started incorporating having like the heat maps and everything. But it would tell you the spots that were mostly active based on history and for the day. And then it would also tell you all the events that are, most of the events at least that are going on in the area. Now, the way Jeff's doing it, it's like most stuff is going to be in there. Almost everything is going to be in these magazines and stuff. But, there are digital tools that can help you find this stuff too. There's apps that talk about events in different areas as well. So.
Yeah.
But to get as far as to answer the question, I think it would take like 2 to 3 weeks to really get to know your market, depending on how you go about learning it. And one of the things I'm sure you've heard Brandon, me, and a few other people talk about Para, but that's a great opportunity to see what the rates are on average for the rides that are coming in, so you know what minimum you can set during times when there's a lot of surge or when there's no surge whatsoever.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
All right. Well, listen, it's we're pushing 11:38 here. We're on. I can't believe we're on 2.5 hours already.
This is the Rideshare Garage where we have our discussion to go back.
I just want to give somebody mentioned Somebody mentioned population and in their area. This is Austin's population. This is what I found: 961,855 in 2020. As of 2023,
That's a small town.
228,000.
That's a small town compared to us. Hell, Broward County's got you beat. Fort Lauderdale's got you beat in Austin.
From
Oh, there's
960
I don't even know what
an
LA is.
additional over a
I was
million
at Buffalo
people.
Tip the other night. I always park in the street because I don't like getting all that gravel and shit on my tires. So I park in the street and let them walk to me.
Rideshare illegal immigrants out of the state of Florida.
Serious question. Yeah. Do we get in serious trouble if we rideshare illegal immigrants out of the state of Florida? If you're no, DeSantis passed that law, bro. DeSantis passed that law.
How does an illegal immigrant get an app on their phone? Like, what the fuck?
No. What he's saying is,
Just like the California crack pipes.
if we get an Uber ride, well, the only way you could get in trouble is if you knowingly know you're transporting illegal immigrants.
Exactly, because how would they get an app?
Ignorance of the law is not the law's fault.
Exactly.
I mean, listen, this is real world shit.
Yep.
Just do the smell
The
test.
app order is legal, and that's who you're
Right.
taking a ride for. If they got two people next to them, you don't vet them too. You don't say, "Hey, are you guys legal or what?" You don't ask them.
Is that Vinny? Is that worthy? Hey guys, is that worthy of a video? Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really understand it. I
I'm
mean,
not gonna mess with it.
But how would you know they're illegal? You can't just ask people if they're illegal or if they're a
I'm just
citizen.
saying, what if
All
you
I
get
know-
pulled over and they have to do an ID check?
If I'm picking up, if I'm picking up at one of those buses that I see over at the border and they're dropping them off over here, and that's where I'm picking up, I keep going.
You in trouble. Yep. Now you in trouble. Because it's like
No,
people
there's no
walking up
way.
to people saying, "Hey, do you live in these apartment complexes? Show me proof that you live here." Motherfucker, you ain't. Who are you? I'm in America. You can just walk up and ask me if I live here. You can't walk up and ask me if I'm legal. So
Yeah,
if
ask
you
me
get in my car because the app allowed me to come pick you up and your name is James, I pick up James, but I have no idea your name really ain't James, but I'm here to pick up James. You got the app. I drive you. I don't ask you for your Hey, are you really James? Show me your driver's license for real. Show me that you James. You don't look like a fucking James. No, I just take James to where James gotta go.
How old are you? Let me make sure that you're not 16.
12-year-old.
Yeah, 12-year-old James. Yeah. Maybe
Big
Rick
ass beard
James.
and shit. Hey, cupcake.
Yeah, I
show
mean,
me your
I
ID.
didn't even realize that was a thing there, SoFlo. I know SoFlo asked it twice, but that was a good point that you brought up, SoFlo. That's actually, because what if they pull you over and want an ID? I mean, I got pulled over with a Lyft passenger in a car, and they ID'd my passenger.
By the way, they are giving phones. I wonder if these phones
That's
are
their
giving
business.
us-
Hey,
the passenger.
I don't want to get into any kind of legal shit on here because, listen, you need to know the law. But if you don't know somebody's illegal, if you don't know somebody's got, a kilo of cocaine in their backpack, you can't be tagged. What do you have to worry about?
He's right.
But if you knowingly transport somebody that's doing something illegal, then you're an accessory to that law, that crime, whatever you want to call it.
The issue
So,
comes in where
it's not an issue.
The law is the law. The law is the law, whether you knew or you didn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see
Your ignorance of the law is not the law's fault.
So if you see something suspicious, just you go the other way.
Get the hell up out of Dodge.
Hey, Winwood, spy.
Hey, I've seen people get arrested off of a bus, but they didn't arrest the bus driver. They just arrested the person on the bus. It's like it happens. It's like we've been looking for you. They got you. And hey, we're just people logistics. We're not legal analysts. We're not, vetting people as they get in and out of the car. That's not our job. We not ICE. We don't sit there and deal with immigration. We just pick people up because they got the app.
They just get unlimited Uber and Lyft rides.
That's true. Yeah, that's exactly what's giving it out. The tax dollars that we provide.
Because the moment they start saying Lyft drivers now have to have ICE, law enforcement, you guys got to tell us who. I'm done driving Lyft. I'm like, no, I'm not liable for that shit. Y'all ain't put me.
You gotta have badges on us that say ICE Lyft driver.
Exactly. ICE detention. Lock their ass inside of a Tesla.
Right.
You can lock them in the Tesla and don't let them out.
All right, seriously, let's wrap it up.
Drive them to the police station. Be like, hey, go to the police station with this immigrant, and you just sit at home.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that.
There you go.
Exactly. Hey, that's probably Jeffrey said they're giving all these new immigrants cell phones with rideshare apps on it. I bet they're gonna have all these people taking driverless cars. So if they get fucked up, they just say, well, just reroute that shit to the police station or to the ICE detention center because there ain't no driver there anyways. I wouldn't get no driverless car.
Them Waymos, them Jaguars.
Exactly.
That's right. The T-shirt, Vinny. The T-shirt.
Okay, all right. So, how can I show people this? I got to show people this. Now, if y'all remember what I said, I just found your channel, very informative video. Okay, thank you, Lucy. I'll answer any more questions tomorrow. So, how can I do this and show y'all the ride? That's what I have to do.
He was in the bait car.
Come on, Kiki.
Right.
Come on, Kiki.
All right, hold on. I'm bringing it up so everybody can see. As soon as I find my other cable.
App Rod said they'll always take rides away from you if you have low acceptance rates guaranteed. This is the trick with that. I think they're more or less matching driver ratings and passenger ratings more than I think they're using AR, because a lot of drivers have 4.8s and 4.91s and shit, and riders don't want to deal with them. They want a 5-star driver or a 4.9 or a 4.8 driver. They don't want a 4.4 driver. They don't want that. So I think it has more to do with a driver's rating and whether or not that person is going to piss off that rider. And that the app is like, we're not sending that driver to that people. Those people pay a lot of money. They use Uber a whole lot. They don't care about the AR. They're looking at the driver. They're matching people. That's what they're doing.
See, I don't discount that because I know I get a lot of new drivers, new riders. I get a lot of new riders.
I've been getting that lately.
5.0, all right?
Yeah.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is, I do believe low percentage are getting less ride opportunities. That's just me. That's just what I think.
Declined 3 in a row yesterday. They stopped giving me trips.
So I want to show everybody this ride. Now, remember what I said. It was either, do I get tipped? Yes or no. And how much would the tip be? Remember, that's what I said.
Yeah, this morning. Yeah, I heard you.
What did I say? How much would the tip be? Whoever called the tip, if I got tipped, would win a T-shirt, right?
$0.
Oh, snap. It's right there, $10. Who said? Somebody said it.
Whoa. How much do you see the tip is?
$10.81.
That's not $10.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
That would be 9% more than $10.
That is true. Yeah, 9%.
I'm just saying.
It's 8.1%.
I'm just saying.
I bet you're glad about that 9%.
No. So who all called $10? Who all called $10 this morning? That's what I want to know.
I said 5. I said $5.
Who called $10? Yep. So you're. Who called $10 this morning? Who called $10? I'd get tipped $10 this morning. Because that's who's getting a T-shirt.
See.
You called
Musa said he called 1080.
Well, hey Musa, if you called 1080, then you fucked up because it's 1081. So,
Kiki said 10. She said it.
You gonna ding me for that penny? You gonna ding me for that penny?
I'm with Vinny. Hey, but hey, that wasn't bad though, huh? 2 hours for $72 this morning.
That is a nice, efficient. That's actually a good time.
About to get that money.
This was a Lux reserved ride.
Staying booming. That's what it is.
This was a
music, man. We need some music from you. It is up.
This was a Lux ride reserved, right? A scheduled ride with Lyft, and then I got slingshotted out of the airport. So I got rematched. That works. Bang bang, done.
Way to make that bank, brother.
So whoever called the $10 this morning, just let me know. And as soon as the executive producer has got the, I ain't sending Musa shit. Musa's gonna pay double for everything. Musa is paying double for everything. Do you know why Musa's paying double for everything?
Don't leave that money on the app.
Right. You know why he's paying double for everything?
Why is that?
Because he went out to Coachella. Because he went out there to Coachella and hustled all y'all asses off the state grounds.
That's what I was saying.
I don't work over there.
I want to know. I want to know how much.
Listen, Musa and his tips with the cologne, man.
And he also had a car at a higher platform than all of us.
Oh, here come the excuses.
Wait, what car? Wait, hold on. What car did Musa drive?
You're gonna tell me in a scene. Wait. You're gonna tell me in an event with high-end clients where he was able to milk high-end clients that it doesn't matter.
See,
Wait a minute. I'm going to stop
Musa had
you.
a
Wait. I'm going to stop you right there. Because Musa sat here on the show a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
He told everybody what he did, and all of you, Kyle, whoever, Buddha, y'all all said, "Man, that guy knows how to talk to people."
Oh, he does.
Man.
100%.
Wait. Let me finish there, Ron. Ron. Okay.
Yeah, calm down, Ron.
Okay. Let me finish.
all right,
Ron.
Black Vinny. Hold up, Black Vinny.
Oh, Jeff, damn, I wish I would have thought about that. Damn it, I wish you could
Chill
thought
out,
about
Black
that.
Vinny.
Yeah. Chill out, Black Vinny. He didn't sell him with the car.
Musa, back here.
Musa didn't get him with the car. Musa got him with the tongue.
Okay. Whoa.
Damn.
But okay. Pause.
That's it.
But okay. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
No,
But
And that's-
what does Musa drive?
He
It
drove a
doesn't
Phantom.
matter.
He drove
It
a
doesn't
Phantom.
matter
Rolls
what.
Royce
It
It's
doesn't
all
matter.
the Rolls
Phantom?
Royce, bro. Come
Drove
on,
a
you gotta
Rolls
keep
Royce
up.
Phantom.
Yeah.
And he was doing $4
Cut it out, Jeff.
bro.
Cut
He
it
was
out, Jeff.
making bank.
He was driving the
$4
Esca
Phantom
Phantom.
ride.
Yeah.
He had people pouring out that bitch like a clown car, man. It was so many people, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
But Musa, this is freaking your fault. How much you make?
No. Look. Weezum was there. He was too busy towing Black Vinny's car out the garage, one Tesla to another, while Musa was out there with that Tom Ford cologne, right? Slipping the rip
So
and
like
pimping
that's
all
funny
them
shit.
California drivers out.
That's
Musa
funny shit.
came
I
from
used to-
Chicago and put the
Musa
pimp
killed it.
and Al Capone on y'all's asses.
Wow,
Call it
Chicago.
what it is.
Damn.
Actually, man, what happened was when Musa told everybody he was from Chicago, they got scared he was gonna kill him, so they was giving his ass money to go home. They was like, "You need to go buy a
They
plane
thought it was
ticket
from
right
Oakland.
now. It's $300. Go get you a plane ticket. Get the fuck out of California." They was trying to get rid of him. They wasn't appreciating him.
Shit. Y'all think I don't pay
You lost,
attention?
you need to go home.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ron,
and
Pay
take this
attention
loan.
to what everybody says, and I
Ron.
don't forget.
He was driving a
Musa be
Q7, an Audi Q7.
He could have listen. He could have been driving Ronnie
He asked, I'm
Speed's
just telling you.
old beat up Prius. Remember the Prius that
I
went
don't know
bad
about
before
that.
Ronnie got his new one? He could have been driving a Prius, and he still would have clocked
Man.
y'all because that Tom Ford ain't no joke.
And that's what
Man,
I'm
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Musa, you got me thinking, man. I saw how much that Tom Ford is. I'm thinking about it. Straight in my
Man, Cologne
Tesla.
is all doubled in price from the
All right.
last time I was looking at it. This man, Cologne has all doubled in
Yeah,
price
they're
right now.
pricey,
Shit,
man. Just
All right.
from last
So-
year to last, I was trying
so-
to buy some new Cologne this morning. Man, that shit was twice of what I paid last year. I was like, fuck that.
All right,
I'm just
there
gonna
it
take a
is.
shower.
There it is.
All right,
There it
Musa.
is.
All right. Okay, $6,000 for 3 days.
What's Musa in timeout?
Only
Hold
four.
up.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, he made. Kiki, yo, somebody need to talk to this dude, bro.
And you know what?
Days.
He would have made 800 on. Wait, was that Friday? Oh no, he would have made another 400 on Sunday, but he gave me that ride. So
Hold up. He made $6,700 over the weekend.
No, he
Yeah.
made 6,700 Saturday, Sunday, but Friday he only made
All right,
400.
but this is not
So
Uber. These are
maybe-
private clients.
Do you know? But do you
Yes.
know why he only made? Do you know why he only made $400 on Friday?
got there
Do you know
late.
why? No, because he had to hold the camera while Kyle was towing your car out of the garage. Somebody needed to be a
That
cameraman.
didn't happen until Monday.
No, that's-
Oh, driver Ken. What's up, driver? What's up, driver Ken?
Oh my God. All right.
Oh
So
snap! He's got
Oh,
affiliate
man.
links for Tom Ford.
so I owe Kiara a Rideshare garage shirt, and I owe the Driven Dad a Rideshare garage shirt. Couple weeks, that
There you
garage, the merch will be up and we'll be ready to go. Kiara's gonna she's going to gift her shirt to somebody. That'll be on her to select. Kiara will have to select that.
Man, you don't wear her size, man.
Oh man, look at this. You ain't lying. He couldn't get
He's
to the
gonna hang it
whole. I want financial compensation for lost time.
Aaron, pay up, Black Vinny. Pay up, Black Vinny. Give that money up.
Roadside assistant. Parking garage assistant.
You want a reparations? There you go.
My Eddie, what the fuck, bro?
That was low. I love it. I love it. That was
That was. Hey,
that was good.
Eddie, I'm offended. I'm offended by what you said.
Yay, baby.
Oh, you know what? Maybe you know, but they did kind of like bomb like nuclear weapons on the shore of Puerto Rico.
He knows how to fix his cameras.
Every Wednesday night, brother. Every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday, Ken. Come on.
You got Kiki going off on you. You got Kiki going off on you right now.
Ooh, hey, did you get the queen mad? The queen is upset. You know what happens when the queen is upset?
She did, and then Steven and Black Vinny took the comment down. No, we don't censor in here, California. We don't censor in Florida, California. This is not California.
Still got a new nickname on the night.
State. You ain't lying, Black Vinny. Oh my God.
That sounds like that show Black Adam, but like Black Vinny making. Oh, that's a T-shirt.
Black Vinny.
Eddie said the R word.
Sitcom we got.
So much for Eddie's Etsy account. That's gone.
Man, Kiki about to demolish it, man.
All right. So anyway, let's wrap this one up, y'all. It's 11:55. I mean, 3 hours. Jesus.
3 hours on a live. Is this the longest we've been on here?
This is the absolute official longest.
I just want to say that I came in. I finally got this thing fixed up. Can I take credit? Can I brag?
Yeah, you can brag, brother. We're happy for you.
Yeah, I'm bragging.
Making progress in Rideshare. His camera don't glitch.
I'm bragging that I'm on this channel. It's been 3 hours.
I don't know what office you're sitting in, but it was perfect tonight. You had great internet. You were here the whole time. You never froze up. And
window.
No.
I don't know. It looked like he's sitting at the post office. Are you sitting at the post office using the Wi-Fi?
Toilet.
Where the hell are you at, Ron? Where you at? Work still?
Post office.
Yeah, I'm at the parking spot.
You broke it.
Holy shit.
Where?
I got my air's on this thing here, and it works well by the airport. For some reason, by the airport, this thing works. By the airport.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, Key. Hey.
That W2 Wi-Fi is strong.
Well, at least the W2 Wi-Fi is strong, okay?
Y2 Wi-Fi, baby.
Oh, God.
You got
he said, nobody got time for that.
One executive office? Yeah, my executive office. Look at my table and everything.
I'm telling you, man, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. Glad one more time for you, buddy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right.
I got a quick question before we go. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be quiet.
Oh my God.
Is there gonna be a Rideshare Garage tour one day? Future, like down the line. Rideshare Garage tour.
Like,
what the hell are you gonna tour?
Yeah.
What are we touring?
Well, what are
we touring?
Or we meet up in one place. I was just saying.
Okay. Like everybody get together and we tour somewhere.
Okay, we could do. Like we can use Uber Group. We can use Uber Group to go.
Like that Aerosmith reunion.
Jeff got a big house, so we can crash at his house.
I got dogs. Come on over, man. My dogs like people too.
They bite people. Well, I'm kind of chunky.
They like people. They like
I think
Jeff stand up and
he's like, they like people. They're delicious.
They like delicious.
Ooh, they can keep the queen.
I hate to say this, but we'd have to meet someplace central.
Okay, so
I'm at
Colorado. Let's go to Tony's house. Yeah.
And hell no, Tony's got way too many kids, man. He got 5 with one on the way. Damn that.
Dang, 5 with one on the way.
Yeah, man.
Camper sites here.
I ain't going to Austin, bro. Y'all got dead bodies floating down the rivers, man. What the hell's wrong with you?
They jump in the water. What do you want me to do?
I go to Austin, Texas, and defend myself. They're going to arrest me.
What?
They'll say
a
little bit more blue over there.
They'll say you free show.
Let's go to North Texas. Oklahoma, North Texas, but let's do it during tornado season so we can drive during the fucking tornado and really have good
I think Vinny
content.
would like,
If
you know,
somebody
to
dies,
Take my Carl
oh, man,
charge
we'll
off of the
put it on your
tornado.
channel for you.
Let's go. I'm down for the tornado.
Yeah, he like to, you know.
I've always lived
I'm
on
like,
that
where's
edge.
Steven? Oh man, Steven got sucked up by the tornado in Oklahoma. We got content about it. Let's go.
I don't know about ATL, Kiki. I don't know about that. I don't want to get shot.
We could always. What are you gonna do now? We're going to Disney World.
Y'all want to go to Disney?
Oh, hell no. What the hell's wrong with you?
No.
Don't do that, Eddie.
No.
Come on, it's a
We're
family.
going to Chicago, but
place.
Chicago ain't got no Walmarts, man. We can't go to Chicago.
Eddie
I
with
go to
the
Walmart.
hand. Eddie with the hand.
See, Bucky's game, tornado chasing.
No.
Bucky's game.
Hey, there we go. Let's do it. I say we go during tornado season and really get some good content.
Yeah,
Man,
like the
that would be
Rideshare
great.
garage.
You should have an Uber light on the car. You're like Ubering through a tornado. You know how viral that is?
That's gonna be viral.
Yeah.
Heroes.
We got Steven's car. We can sleep in his car. Ron's got the Tesla too, so we can sleep in his car.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
camping
We
mode.
can put Darwin Awards on the
Okay.
back, like tornado chasing Darwin Award winners 2023.
Kiki can let us borrow some of her supplies. You know,
Oh yeah,
All right.
Reed Timmer. Oh man,
Ooh,
that dude.
All right.
He
let's-
shows
let's-
up just when shit going down every
This-
time. I don't know how. He's really good at finding tornadoes, man. He just
Gotta get up
knows
in the morning,
like
yo.
the patterns and everything. He's good at it.
Vinny,
I gotta
this
find-
live,
I need to get up.
Vinny was on point. Every other live is on point as well. I'm here and I'm bragging about that's all. That's the reason I'm saying it. Just be-
if
I'm
I
just
get the
being
sniper
super guy
truck,
with
we'll
me,
go
dude.
tornado chasing.
Yep. Yeah, this live was pretty funny. We
It was
always
good.
go off the rails though.
It was good though. Nah, but tonight we just went for it, and we'll see how many of us got strikes in the morning.
Exactly.
How many of us gonna have strikes in the morning? Omar, you said you're doing videos. Omar, you said you're doing YouTube videos now.
I'm trying
Driven
to.
by O.
Okay. Well, if you need some help, you know what to do. Call somebody who gives a shit. Anyway,
All right,
I do.
we're doing tips. Hold on, Bucky. We're about to do some tips, Bucky.
oh, we got to do the tips. All right, Eddie, come on. First tip. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Snap, snap. All right, that's Eddie's tip. Steven, what you got?
Yeah.
Put your money toward businesses outside of rideshare. If your market is actually working right now, put money to the side so that you can invest in yourself, invest in your education. Use YouTube for one of its strongest tools, being able to acquire knowledge and skills that are profitable in your market. Look at the things that you can make money off of.
Day trading.
Okay, Omar, you got a tip for tonight?
We've talked about this before. Be aware of your surroundings. The other day I was sitting in my truck and I have the windows cracked. I always have them cracked. I don't have them down all the way because I don't want nobody to get the drop on me. And some homeless guy came up to my passenger side window and was just asking me a bunch of weird questions. And long story short, I took off. But he was leaning on my truck in a way I didn't like. And I was just like, hey man, I gotta get going. I gotta go pick up somebody. And I was on the beach in front of a very, very wealthy hotel, very, very one of the biggest hotels in South Florida. So if you think, oh, I'm in a bad neighborhood, something bad's gonna happen, it can happen anywhere. So
This is how homeless people come
always
up to my
be aware. Always be aware of your surroundings, and always keep things. Keep a system in place. Like I said, I had my windows just cracked. I wanted to have them open more because it was nice and cool outside, but I keep them open just a little bit, just so that anything that can come up, somebody just wants to run up on you or whatever it is. So just be aware of your surroundings, no matter what time of day you drive.
Harry Potter boomstick.
All right, Jeff, what you got? Jeff Talks.
I say continue to learn your market, advance in it. Like I said, a lot of people, they don't realize that, it took us years to learn these markets, years, because Phoenix changes from spring to summer to fall to winter. It's 4 different periods, 4 different flows of traffic, 4 different sets of events. So don't think you're going to drive for 2 months and be like, I think I figured it out. As soon as you think you figured it out, the market's going to dry up because it's a whole nother season. So
Amen.
Give yourself some time, figure it all out. You know what? Don't be scared to adapt. Don't be scared to adapt. Pivot.
Amen. Ron, what you got?
I lost
Let me clear my throat.
Wow. Hey. So I really lost my thought. I really did. I had it right there, and goodness sake, I had it in my
Right
head.
here.
Okay.
Pencil. Pencil,
Here-
paper. Write your thoughts down all the time. That's what I do throughout the show. I write down,
Okay, so as you guys saw today, we had a discussion. It wasn't an argument. It was differences of opinions. Or what I would say is you got to have a purpose, right? So whatever your purpose is in life.
The fuck? Ron, what are you doing, buddy?
My bad. I've been up all day. I've been up for more than like 15 hours.
man.
He was trying to
Okay,
pull a Jeff from last
let
week.
me get serious. The tip to be really serious, guys, have a purpose, have a goal that you're going to get. If you need to pivot. Yesterday for me was a very dead day. And my strategy yesterday, instead of it looking at that way, this morning I got up and I started to be at the train stations. Amtrak came through. I had to get to the Amtrak station in Hollywood, and I was able to make my $50 in the morning run. So, anyway.
No, come on, tell the truth. You were as Kiki says, you were having creative discussions about massage parlors with pimps on the stroll.
Kiki, you gotta be careful, Kiki. You keep talking about massage parlors. I was just about to say something on this live, and I'm trying to be respectful and a man of the holiness.
Listen, bro. Listen. Cut it out. Y'all get ready for the new Ron's album. Ron's album. Get ready to drop here in the next 7 months with some dust on it.
I mean, if
This
you're
is a nice shirt. No, seriously. Are y'all gonna make this a shirt? Is this gonna really be a shirt?
Hell no, man. That shit looks like
No,
it's
come on, Kiki. No, seriously. I thought you were
Why
making this a
couldn't
shirt.
be?
dude. That's not a what, bro.
There's no reason it couldn't
Yo,
be a
what you
shirt.
need to do is you need to make like some China, like saucers and plates and shit with that picture dead center of it. Motherfuckers finish eating, that's the face they see looking up at it.
Hey, Ron, if you're that tired, it sounds like you need a massage.
I keep talking. You taking me to a massage parlor? Is that what you're trying? Yes, exactly, Kiki. You knew what I was trying to say, Kiki. You knew what I was trying to say. Yes, I'll take you to a massage parlor. I would. Yeah, I said it. I said it here on live. I'll take Paulo Key's tracks to a massage.
I'm out. Anyway,
Show's over.
anyway, I can't do that. All right. Eddie, you got a tip now?
Yeah. Hey.
Listen, nobody gives a shit. Anyway,
Damn, Vinny.
Okay, I'm going to pivot. Really
I had to.
You bastards.
Oh man, I gotta go to bed.
Tired for this crap. God dang. Listen, my pivot is day trading. So pick yours. Gambling or not, don't care. I'm just gonna do it anyway.
All right, and I can't help it. My tip for everybody is simply this: if you're going to run a live stream, make sure that your Black Vinny looks as good as you do.
Ooh,
Exactly.
that's two handsome Vinnies on the block. There you go.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's it. All right, and with that, y'all, hey, listen, it's a great show tonight. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Make sure you hit the likes, the hellos, and all of that good stuff.
Listen, what kind of Rideshare live is this? What kind of Rideshare live is this?
Oh, God. Oh, God. You can put it
Yo,
back up, bro. It's
we're not
okay.
gonna- we're gonna get off- we're not gonna get off
You
this,
had that coming.
That's okay. That's okay. Eddie knows I will get even. I will absolutely get even. Anyway, all right, y'all. We're out here tonight. Thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next week. Make sure you hit the like buttons on the way out. Anyway, here we go.